Right. Okay. Right, that got the microphone working. Let's see if we can get the camera working. Everything's broken thanks to good old up. Hi, you've just had updates. Let's break everything. Thank you very much. Oh, I know what that maybe helps to turn. Ah. And I'm here. Hurrah! I exist. Background there, but welcome one and all. Oh, and now I need to restart my PC again. Well, that's not going to happen. Stupid thing. Oh, you've plugged something in. I want to reboot your whole computer. Oh well, hopefully he doesn't reboot in the middle of this game. Hello, one and all. Welcome to this week's session. Good morning, Mr. Ravager. I'm not. It's very hard to talk to you when they're still talking in my ears. I'm gonna hang on. Let's shut them up, then I can't hear them. Hello, hello, hello. I'm having a really disorganized start to my game here. Oh yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. They have been pushing out so many updates this week, haven't they? Restream. Let's get the chat up so I can actually see it over here without having to glance over there to see people talking to me. Oh no, that's helpful. You decided to need me to log in. Hey. We're all talking about at the moment everything that's new in Fantasy Grounds that we've had for years, like Blood Splats or defeated markers. So once they shut up, we'll get going. I just need to sort this out. A couple more reboots and we'll be there. Haha. That. Righty, okie dokie, one and all. So I seem to recall last time when we left, you had all successfully rescued the Commodore, choked to death, and got aboard a ship. Oh dear. I'm just without. Oh well, actually no. I remember. You should all notice you've got a bit more money in your coffers because basically you all did. After all, you did have. Oh, okay. You did have. Well, you did recover a spelljamming helm, didn't you, at one point? So that was sold on your behalf. And no pay on job. Everyone saying it. Right. Hello?
Is over the moon with the apparently magical crossbow, which can see invisible characters. Unbeknownst to Pla so far, is that this is a crossbow of portals. But he hasn't worked that out quite yet.
Okie dokie. So, yes, well, you haven't actually. No one's actually paid you. No one's actually paid you to rescue the Commodore, but that was obviously because you're doing that for the good of. That's because you're obviously doing that for the good of saving your homeworld because you need him. But you did actually get some influx of money, so I do believe that. Unfortunately, it's still not enough to actually do any shopping. Unless anyone wants to do any shopping at the Rock of Brow before you leave, now the time to do it, seeing as you do have some funds. Not a lot, but some funds.
Definitely need to stock up on food for Pegasus.
Come on, what are we calling him D?
Nah, Pegasus. The wife has spoken. Yeah, Pegasus. Yeah, no.
Well, he's a flying pig after all, I suppose. So Pastel Pig is now called Pegasus, is that what we're saying?
That is it.
Oh,
Okay.
Pegasus. I got you.
Pegasus has been named.
Thank you all very much.
Cernan would like to see about picking up a couple of potions of healing.
Ooh, okay. Now, did I modules? Did I do? You're not feeling great still?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. I did give you some. I did get you some payment though. Oh dear, I think I've deleted one of my extensions. Oh, backups. Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. It would have been a module, not a module, not an extension. Ouch. Oh well. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, potions. Potions of healing. Yep. Okay. So I was going to roll up on the whole magic thing, but that's absolutely fine. Well, potions of healing on the Rock or Brow will set you back 200 gold for a minor and 300 for a major.
Okay, I will
you
pick
just
up
kick
one
us?
minor and two major.
Bother.
Did you just kick us out?
I most certainly didn't kick you out. I can see it says you disconnected though.
Power Shroud.
Go and check my backups, see if I can find the module I deleted.
Deflection.
Someone's doing stuff in the background. Okie dokie. Unless anyone's got anything else, we'll skip forward. So anyone who's injured can heal themselves. Anyone who's spent power points can restore them. Anyone who's fatigued can remove them.
For the record, Doswalk, I was just looking at my inventory page and my load limit is totally borked.
Press the reset button on it.
Yeah, there's a reset button, isn't there? The update load limit. That little green cross that's been added.
Yeah, I tried that because that seemed kind of like way too obvious to not try. And it's saying my load limit is 40. Now, if it's 5 pounds per point of strength, it should only be 30. And
Wonder
it's saying that it's all. Let me finish.
It's not 5 per anymore.
Okay. It's also saying my total carried is 39, and I just sat here and added it 3 times, and I'm only coming up to around 19.
I wonder if they've changed it so coins have weight.
Could be.
So we ran across this yesterday, and I couldn't tell whether it was the girl that was having troubles or not. She was encumbered. She tried to use the reload button. It looked fine on the DM end. She disconnected and reconnected, and the changes took place, and she was no longer encumbered.
Encumbrance says all, or armor, or inventory, or off. So maybe all does include coin. I must admit that I've not seen that one before. Encumbrance all. I'm sure that's changed.
Well, the easiest thing is to look at the numbers and see if they're different from what you're seeing and the player's seeing, in which case the client side isn't updating.
Yeah, and that was what was happening. Was I was seeing no encumbrance on my end, on the DM end, and she was seeing encumbrance.
Okay, so let's just change encumbrance to inventory, hit reset, and the update load limit's not doing anything.
So there's one. So if you can do the same today, then that's duplicate. That's a duplicated. That's a bug.
It changed mine to. Mine's changing.
That's because I've just unequipped all your inventory. I'm unequipping all your inventory to see if it gets down to 0. It gets down to 0 with everything unequipped. Right, hit your right. I'm hitting the reset. I'm still seeing you carrying 20 pounds, so I don't know where you're carrying 20 pounds.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. My weapons only are like 4, and I'm not wearing any armor. because, well, sorcerers don't. So I don't know what the deal is.
Encumbrance might.
Let me try. Let me try something else here. I'm gonna note down in notes what my gold is, and then I'm gonna delete all my gold. I mean, I can put it back, but I just
Yeah.
want to see if that's what's doing it.
Righty ho. We'll push on in the meantime. H drive. Back up. Basic stages. Oh dear, it looks like I really have deleted that.
Yeah.
Long enough for long enough.
No,
Not noticing
currency
it.
isn't what's doing it.
So,
It's not showing you encumbered, so I won't worry about it. They've done something. All right, anyway. Back
Well,
to
it's
the
not
game.
going to help if everything's unequipped, because then when I go to roll it, it won't let me.
Well, you can
Yeah,
re-equip.
it's not showing anything on my combat now.
You just have to re-equip
Yeah,
everything.
key.
I've turned off encumbrance because if it's broken, I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, now you've totally drained my trail of thought. Let's start again. Welcome this week. Oh, the fun and games of patching. Okay, Terrors of the Void, living on the edge. Yes, to the edge of wild space. Yes. So yes, you are going to. So yes, right. So basically, you were heading out from the Rocker Brow, where you're going to travel to another wild space system called Doom Space, where the enemies of the Zarian Empire are assembling a coalition. And Crux told you he believes that that your only hope of saving the planet lies in joining this coalition. Crux doesn't know much about Doom Space, though, so the ship's immediate destination is a lonely tower on an asteroid where a wizard cartographer named Topolar lives. Topolar is Crux's friend, and he's certain she will be able to provide you all with a map of Doom Space. A tower's on the very edge of the current world space system. Realm space. Okay, so it's a few days out to the edge of the system, and so obviously you've got some time to rest, recuperate, or even have some downtime. Actually, we'll give you some downtime while you're traveling out there, which means I'm going to go for the core rules again, and find the downtime rules. Lost. Downtime. Let's just search from that way. Okie dokie, downtime. So you basically get some personal time while the travelling's going on. So carousing is probably a little tricky because you're on the shipboard, but you can spend this week centering yourself, focusing on whatever brings you peace and happiness, or you can spend some time working on enchantments. This is obviously limited because you're aboard a ship. You can train, or you can use any resource you got to research rather, not reset. And rest probably won't do you much good because I don't think any of you are injured. Or you can spend. That's up to you what you want to do. Probably training or research are your only real options, I think.
Well,
But
it's
Clark,
clearing because Tristan tends to spend the entire time sitting on her bunk crossbowed practicing on her flute.
Sounds like a week of training. Well, actually, training you can choose. You get 1/3 reroll when you fail that skill attribute for one tower encounter. If you wish to train in performance, not performance, spellcasting for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to spend the week training, that'll get you a free. Sorry, my goes to the mindset. I see bad bug, and I'm thinking, oh god, we found another one. But no, that was a bit of role playing there. Sorry. What about everyone else? I think it's training really. So if you basically, as long as you've got a D4 and a skill, you can basically spend a week training. that will get you a free reroll in that one skill. Once.
So how do I track whether that I have a free reroll on my
I just put it in notes or something. There's nothing on the character sheet for it. It's, you know what I mean. You just want to make a note somewhere that you don't forget that you've got it. Of course, you keep that until you train again.
Free reroll once per encounter.
Once only.
Once only.
Well, it's basically a free Benny, isn't it? It's a Benny without having to spend a Benny. That's the whole point of it.
Okay.
One encounter, but you can't use it to soak or anything like that. It just gives you a free reroll if you want to train. You can spend time researching, or obviously if you've got the artificer edge, you can what's the word? Enchant stuff. But that's by the by.
No.
But as I say, the week goes quietly, and however.
Sorry, don't let me. Sorry for interrupting. Rather, let me barge in quickly. Plar needs to spend some time training up Pegasus and fiddling with this magical crossbow, which he can't work out where the ammo goes. Those are the two big ones for Plar. Over to you. Sorry.
That's okay. That's fine. So,
Is it possible to do some research?
yes.
Okay. In that case, Cernan is going to research for havoc. He has seen these other people throwing this around, so he's going to use his time with his damage field and his burst and kind of play around with it a little bit and see if he can make a havoc.
Okay, allows you to use the spell or miracle from the available powers list for one entire encounter. Okay, yeah. The casting is at -2 penalty. Oh, that's good. I had forgotten about that's how research works. That's cool. Yeah, so if you've got arcane backgrounds, you can do research on working out a power buff. It's for one encounter again.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, no problem at all. As I say, it's an uneventful week, and obviously you're much you're further out. You're on the outskirts of the system at this point, of the world space system. When Crux basically makes it known that something's afoot. And you get up aboard the deck. You see that closing in from starboard is a gigantic bioluminescent jellyfish-like creature with a flamboyantly dressed figure standing inside a glassy dome. There you go. I'll even show you what the figure looks like, standing inside the glassy dome on the back of a bioluminescent jellyfish, the size of your ship.
Well, I don't think that's one of those astral elf thingies that we're fighting against, so TK has a date.
Plar has a recollection that he may have encountered this type of blue creature somewhere in the past.
Which does remind me, can I have some notice checks? Turd is obviously failing miserably.
Ernan's noticing
Oh,
everything.
wow. Plar may have actually noticed something for once.
Well, Trista's too busy working out this new tune on her flute. She's not caring.
Well, indeed. Actually, I think, ironically, given Thor wasn't here for that bit of the adventure, it's quite ironic he got the raise on that one. The figure appears to be wearing a cloak very similar, if not identical in design, to the cloak you saw draped over the chair in the Amiibro space. It's the same cut and colour with the same gold trim.
Uh-oh, maybe this is the lady they're working for. Or we're working for until we took care of them.
Indeed. It's basically Crux is says I think we need to be wary, but they haven't made any hostile actions yet, so we'll see what happens. The bioluminescent jellyfish continues to close upon your ship when suddenly two magical doorways appear on the main deck of your ship. Two identically flamboyantly dressed figures step through, each brandishing a trident, and then the doorways close behind them. Sparkling lights surround the figure.
Fashion Squad.
Heading to Topla's Tower, are we? I don't think so. My friends in the Xerixian Empire don't want you meddling in their affairs, says the first figure. The second figure, with identical voice and tone and mannerisms, continues. But forgive me, I haven't introduced myself. My name's Hastane. When the elves came looking for a suitable world to nourish their dying star, I suggested yours. It isn't every day I get to witness the destruction of a planet. I promise it will end beautifully, even if you're not alive to see it.
Well, hell, I guess we have to fight these guys.
Lars says, firstly, bless you, and I missed the rest. Because
that sounds
Hastane-
interesting. So why would somebody need to nourish a dying star? How does that work then?
Because their world dies without a star.
Yeah, but how?
Beaded radiation?
Well, I was kind of hoping they were going to answer.
Maybe there's a star seeding program.
Yeah, did she just came in and said basically that she's going to kill us and then blow up our world? Not necessarily in that order.
Well, they already started
We're having a
destroying our
discussion
world.
about what it's like to see a star die.
Yeah, no. She's already basically destroyed the world. Yeah. I was just hoping she was going to give us some villainous verbosity and tell us more.
It doesn't appear so, I'm afraid. That's all it gets. That's all it gets.
well-
And
Which one said that? Hastane 1 or Hastane 2?
both of them. One said half, and the other one said the other half. They should point out they look absolutely identical.
Right.
Plar is absolutely over the moon with this amazing tree sail ship and is filled with vigor to protect it.
Are we supposed to just ignore the flying whales?
They're in the background, yeah. Oh, joy.
I'm on my way to Star Trek 4.
Hang on. That really just did. Oh, good. Yay! You can't spend pennies on the combat tracker today.
No, that was only in test.
No.
I'm not on the combat tracker for whatever reason. Do I need to close it out and bring it up again?
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, we're not on the combat tracker.
Okay, that explains everything.
Yeah, the party is not on the combat tracker at all.
That explains
Well,
everything. I don't know what's the combat tracker's balks. Okay, let's try this again, shall we?
We're on the party sheet. Add the party sheet to
Yeah. Right.
use
You
the
can see the
button.
bad guys. Then I go to the party. Well, then I just go menu, add
party.
PCs, add PCs, bang. Menu,
Bang.
menu, add to tracker, add allies. That should get
Nice.
us. There we are.
Pegasus appears.
Pegasus appears. Also, it would appear that Zombie Human is still an ally for Cerner, so let's get rid of Zombie Human. Buzz is on the combat track. Okay, right, that's good. Now we'll try this again. So now if I drag all the good guys and just drop them on the tracker like so, and then reshare the map, see if that works. God, what fun we have. Okay, that's looking rather good. And then I'm going to drag a Benny, drop it on an NPC, and get a console error.
Console error.
Okay, so dragging Benny's on combat tracker break doesn't work. Okay, now that leads me to one question. I'm going to go to there, and I'm going to show more options, and I'm going to go to update. If there's a new version of the rule set, I'll cry. There's a new version of the rule set, all to do with combat. Okay, guess what I'm doing? Sorry, guys.
Aye, the combat tracker got pulled out. That conversation we had earlier about getting the code base more than the code. That's one of the things. So one of the casualties is obviously the extension for chases.
Yeah,
Chases,
I got
you know what I mean?
I got rid of that one. Okay, so
So
I'm
that's the
now going to open
casualty.
up the combat tracker. I am now going to drag a Benny onto the combat tracker, and I still get it's still broken. Okay, so don't connect. I was going to say don't connect yet because I need to work out what I'm missing. I wonder if the height extension's breaking it as well because that affects the combat tracker. Oh well, no Benny's on combat tracker today. That's fine. Everyone come in. I can live with that. I can't fix it. Sorry. Don't know. Can't use Benny's to redeal cards today. Actually, we can probably cheat.
Aye, the if the height's not working, post it to the forum and then stick a reminder in Discord.
Well, no, I don't know what it is. I'll have to try later.
Discord will lose it.
Okay, so I can't. Okay, if people want to spend Bennies to get better cards, I have a way I can do it. I've got a workaround. Okay, I can shuffle the card deck. And then I can spend a bit. What we can do is we can spend a Benny. And then I can just deal a card. Oh dear, that's unfortunate for you lot. Bad guy just got the Joker.
You dealed from the main decks to the combat deck.
Yeah, well, I can't help that because there's no way to deal from them. There's no way to impartially deal from the combat
I just
deck.
got a Joker by dropping a Benny.
Okay, so players can drop Benny, just the GM can't, so I can live with that. Okay.
And they got a Joker.
Do I get another Benny because I didn't want to do it? I was just being a smartass and trying.
Well, yeah, everybody gets a Benny.
Everybody gets a Benny. Okie dokie. Once you're all back in, we can get going. Now we've sorted that one out. I'll have to work out. So the odds are it is an extension that's breaking it then, if it's only affecting GM characters. So I think I'm going to have to
modules.
will cost 2 power points, so that takes it down to 13 power points.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to break stuff. I figured I'd try it.
No, I appreciate you trying. That's absolutely fine. Let's target Pegasus. Let's target Hamster. Let's target Worthington. Let's target Cernan. Let's target Sargon. Let's target Glixaglev. Let's target Buzz. Okie dokie.
Persuasion, toughness. So how the hell do you add +2
Okay,
cards?
I'm having trouble reloading the map apparently.
Sorry?
It loaded the map, but I'm getting his background.
Okay.
It comes. It takes a while. Mine, it was black question mark for a while. Just a big map.
So
Okay.
maybe we add +2 to figure.
You get
Not
+2
figure,
in
but
square brackets.
roll. No, not that. It's just the roll, not the die.
Well, you can't, can you? You have to put a +2 in the modifier box and roll it. There isn't an effect to modify individual dice rolls, is there? You either modify all trait rolls or a specific trait. In the meantime, Haston 1 basically just waves a hand in front of all of you, and brightly coloured motes sprinkle out, touching each of you, as she suggests that you should all just basically. Oh damn it! I'll have to spend a penny on that. Basically suggests that you all go to sleep. However, she fails to, even with the Joker bonus, she's failing to cast it, which is really rather annoying. So I'll spend another penny and get a raise in the. Okay, so yeah. Okay.
Well, if he's rolling a 1, isn't that a crit fail?
No,
He's not a wild card.
no, he's not. Wild card. You'd have seen the wild dice going.
Well, I just you were talking about how he can't even get it to go with the +2, so that's got to be all ones, right? Twice. That sounds like a crit fail to me.
Only if I rolled the 1 on it.
Now those are some fancy dice. I've never seen those before.
They are same ones as before. I just changed the colour. They are the Artificer stained copper dice. Apparently, Artificer stained copper dice. Apparently. Anyway, okay. So, I need everyone make a spirit check, or you automatically obey the command. Go to sleep.
Is it at a penalty because he got the raise?
It's puppet, so you're not. Yeah, it's basically it's not so much telling you to go to sleep as making you think you need to go to sleep. If that makes sense, so it's not slumber. Doesn't say there's any penalty for a raise on puppet.
No, puppet would have increased effect.
Yeah, you're more likely
So
to.
why is Plar?
Oh, just
rolling
for
with
giggles.
wounds?
Just wanted to roll because Plar don't sleep, man.
No, but with wounds.
Because he didn't take it off when I told him to earlier.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
No, literally, I just double clicked on the spirit.
No, you
roll.
didn't bother. You didn't remove the wound I told you to take off much earlier.
What wounds? Did you?
Just took
Did
it
I
off.
take a wound? Oh right. Sorry,
You
I
have a wound. If you look in chat, right? Chat tells you everything, right? So when you look in chat of the game and your roll, it says spirit roll, and then it says wounds -1. Then for some reason you're ignoring a wound. I guess you have some sort of a feat that does that.
Oh,
Right.
you need to take one. Right,
But
so everybody has failed this roll except Sargon.
No, I passed.
If we
No, you need to get it's an opposed roll.
No.
It is an opposed roll.
It's an opposed
Is it?
roll.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's why you're saying raise doesn't do it, and it does, because if the higher you roll,
Yes. There's no. What I'm saying, there's no extra effect for a raise. You have to beat. It's an opposed roll. That's the whole point. Do you need to roll
No.
an 11 or better?
With puppet, with a raise, the target will harm themselves or others, whereas normally they don't.
Yes, agreed. But it's an opposed roll as well. Is the point where
Yeah.
I'm making? Yeah. Yes, I don't disagree with what you're saying. Yes. But with this one, it's basically telling you to go to sleep, play dead. Just basically look. The instruction is just to lie there and be completely passive while they come up and murder you. But obviously, looks like people are getting 11, so that looks like TK is no longer asleep. It does also apply to Buzz and Mortimer and Pegasus for the records. They all need to make spirit rolls as well.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
Do I just
Morty
ro-
failed his.
God
Morty,
damn it, Cat.
and
Do I just
I critically failed mine. So
I know.
Oops.
do I make that spirit check for
Oh, that was
Pegasus
almost
off
a
of my
Yes, you do.
secret.
sheet?
Did you say that?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Pegasus, if you look on your character sheet on the notes tab, on the main tab, you should have under allies, you've got Pegasus. If you click on that button there, that will open up your Pegasus his sheet.
Ha ha! Thank you very much. Okay.
And then you just make a spirit check for Pegasus.
Go Piggy.
yeah, Morty rolled a 2.
Morty's asleep.
Yeah, I think Piggy is as well.
This is going to be a
Pegasus-
very boring combat for me.
Now you do get a chance at the start of your turn. You do get a chance to obviously. You know, I mean, the point is you've not actually been put into a magical sleep. You've just been told to basically just lie down and be inert. That's what you know what I mean. Just lie there while I murder you, type thing. So you're not. You do get a chance to resist it, but TK is up first. Hello, bit TK. Are you there? It's going on hold with the Joker.
Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button for push to talk. I'm targeting. I'm on it.
So you are? I hadn't noticed. Oh, you're going for the one that didn't just put you all to sleep. Hastan 2. Go for it.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't know.
No, it's absolutely fine. It's interesting. Okay, TK jumps over the suddenly prone party. And wildly attacks the fancifully dressed individual there. Okay, that's a hit with a raise.
That's my leaping attack.
That is your leaping attack. Go for it. 4 wounds.
Get some. Don't mess with a bug.
Yeah, well, there goes all my bennies, isn't there? Okay, let's see if I can get better than soaking one of the wounds. Yes, I can soak 2 of the wounds. That will suffice for now, I think. Yep. There's a grunt of pain as your attack hits home. Worthington Trundlefoot. Wait, let's get it right. It's a while since I've said it. Worthington Pettigrew Trundlefoot the 4th. Over to
Say
you,
that
sir.
3 times fast.
What do I need? What do I need to roll?
I do believe it was a mass suggestion. With success, victim of basic commands that don't directly harm themselves or those who cares about. This includes with a raise, the target harms themselves, but gets a spirit roll as a free action. If successful, you don't carry out a particular command, but remains in puppet state. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is at the moment you're lying on the floor, prone, and basically just lying there. So if you succeed in a spirit check, you won't lie still and will sort of actively defend yourself. I.e., you can use your parry against attacks. But if you get the raise on your spirit check, you will shake off the fact that you've been told just to lie there while you get murdered, basically.
Okay.
And it's a free action, so you do that. You do that now at the start of your turn. You get to make a spirit check. So with 5, you are not prone, as in you can get up. But but in all other ways, you're. I mean, you can basically. The implication is you've been told that you want to lie down and lie there, but that's about it, really. In theory, you could choose to go sleep somewhere more comfortable if you want. I.e., maybe somewhere else on the ship or something. But yeah, you don't feel compelled to attack, I'm afraid. You still feel the need to sleep. You just decided you don't want to sleep on the open deck of the ship. It's the best you'll get right now. So what do you want to do?
Can I use any of my passive paladin skills?
You can't use any of your passive paladin skills because you're not a paladin. But
I mean, cavalier skills. I'm sorry.
I know. I know. I was just being a dick. Yeah. Yes, you can.
All right. Let's see. Who's the one who told us all to take a nappy nap?
Number one.
The one to the south.
So I'm going to use my inspiring command.
Okay.
Before I go to take a nap, I'm going to say, everybody, well, I hate to leave, but I'm going to go take a nap. But before I go, everyone, toughen up. So I'll give everybody a +2 toughness.
Okay, so if we should be able to click on you and then do the whole target friendly units thing, which will target. Nope, I need to click on you first, and then click the target friendly units effect. There we go. And now you should be able to just hit your custom power.
Where's my powers? Why won't you?
We made for your cavalier skills.
Inspiring command.
Did you click on the shortcut or did you click on the effect?
On the effect now. So
yeah, that's okay. There it goes. I do like the way you can sort of cheat and use it, powers as for anything that affects other characters. It's rather useful in that regard.
Oh.
All right, that's me.
Okay. Mortimer likewise gets us a spirit check to not lie. Again, and same with Mortimer. Mortimer is no longer prone, but Mortimer still just wants to go to sleep somewhere.
Well, I'm going to spoon with Mortimer.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Captain Fluffy.
Okay. I'll put you both back to prone if you. No, I mean you obviously just snuggle up and just yeah.
Yeah, I'll climb on his back and put my head down on his back.
No problem at all. Okay. Okay, Hastane. It is that can't be the only gear they get. That's ridiculous. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so that would have been that. I forgot to spend the PowerPoints for that effect. I should do it in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to take some multi-actions here. I think the first action I'm going to do is going to be drink a potion of major healing. And for my second action,
magically has that, huh?
Of course they do. They're the bad guys. They always have potions of magical healing. I just checked the original adventure. It's not that easy, especially for a big bad. And then I'm just going to, basically a shimmering portal appears in off to the side of of the individual. She steps through it and disappears. Blah.
Pla's perplexed because obviously the sleep thing which everyone is doing is completely foreign. But it's also absolutely tripping balls that the piggy, which has just been adopted, is sleeping. And the third conundrum is that the thing he was going to target has just disappeared. So he's just flummoxed. So I guess we'll move forward a little bit
Well, you need to make a spirit check first, because at the moment, all you want to do is lie inert on the deck and wait to be killed. Dismantled in your case.
Ooh, hell.
Oh, I'm afraid that lying here on the deck and just waiting to be dismantled sounds like a very good idea right now.
What's the nature of this magic that affects the construct as well?
It's just magic. Magic does all sorts of things. So all of you possibly heard different things. The whole point is you just come. It's basically like mass. It's like a mass charm. She literally just says sleep, or in your herds deactivate. The whole point is
Everybody's going to sleep.
everyone's just going to lie there and wait to be murdered. That's the whole point of the what they do, because I'm afraid she doesn't want to. Fighting people makes all her clothes messy. Whereas if they just lie down and she just can skewer them with a trident from distance, you see, it's a lot less energetic and problematic. So that's it, really. However, Pegasus does get to make a spirit check as well.
Go piggy.
Pegasus has completely shaken off the compulsion, and therefore Pegasus can do whatever you want Pegasus to do.
Can Pegasus pick me up?
Pegasus is not very
Ooh,
big,
hang on.
seem to recall.
Can't go close to Cernan, right? Yeah, fair enough.
A fully grown specimen stands 3 feet high, and Pegasus is just a piglet, so no. We already ascertained that you'd need a growth power. You need to wait till Pegasus is fully grown, and then have a permanent growth put on Pegasus to make Pegasus bigger, so you could ride Pegasus into battle. But Pegasus can fly. Pegasus can
Pegasus
obviously
is
attack and
flying straight to Mortimer's pouch and hiding in the fur.
Okie dokie. But okay, that brings us to Trist.
Ooh, sorry, I hit.
No, it's absolutely fine. It's my mistake, not yours.
Spirit check, right?
Spirit check. If you get the raise, you recover completely. If you get a single success, you are no longer prone and can maneuver but can't take hostile acts.
Dimension door still open?
No, it disappeared straight afterwards. But there's nothing stopping you casting one to get to a more comfortable position to have a nap, of course.
No, I'm just, was wondering because I was going to die there. But I can move, right?
Yes. You still want to go to sleep because you haven't shaken off the effect, but for the moment you realise that sleeping on the deck's not necessarily the best thing.
I'm going to go hide behind Sargon.
Okay. That deck's looking mighty comfy, so maybe you'll just sort of sleep standing up type thing, as it were. Gleb.
Right, you. This could be an issue.
Well, is everybody piling on Morty to take a nap?
No, I went and hid behind
Soft and
Sargon.
furry.
Move over. Taking a ball through.
Oh, Gleb, likewise, is completely shakes off the sleep effect.
Well, the funny thing is, I can't go to sleep in the deck. I'll
You'll
end
get
up
stuck in the fur.
Yeah, well, I end up. I need a bucket to go to sleep in.
You're like Odo.
So
I don't bucket
I'm going to jump up and barf.
Okay.
You get the idea.
And traditionally, you have to be at the source point of the blood.
Yeah, I do. I'm sure if I fiddle with it enough, it'll be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do a corrosive acid belch. See, now you moved it. Now you moved the point, and you blocked the dice, haven't you? Right.
There you go. There you go. I'm just working it out. There you go.
Oh, she was surprised the fact that I jumped up.
Oh yeah, hit with a raise as you belch acid. That probably won't do the ship much good.
Not going to be any of the damage because that was terrible.
Mind you, it's an area. No, burst doesn't say can be evaded, does it? In its trappings.
No. So she takes 2 wounds and takes 2d4 lingering damage.
Okay. The lingering damage will happen regardless of whether or not the damage is successful. Okay, so I can't use the shortcut for soaking bennies. I have to use the. Okay, so basically, she dives to the side, avoiding the major burst of acid. However, it's obviously she avoids your main gout, but she is still covered in acid, and it's slowly eating into her clothing, which will make her very upset. It has to be said. Cernan, very hard to stay asleep with all this noise going on.
So, sorry, it is a spirit check to wake up, correct?
Yeah, spirit check. A success means you will no longer be prone on the deck and you're able to take non-hostile maneuvering actions. A raise means you completely shake off the puppet power. So you completely overcome the lie there and be murdered ability, and you have complete control of yourself again.
In which case, I will step over here and poke number 1 with my spear.
Okay.
Wow, really?
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll call that good.
Okie dokie. That brings us.
Wait a second. Calculating. That would have been a +2.
Calculating lets you remove 2 penalties. Doesn't give you a +2, does it?
Oh, it's removed 2. Okay, my mistake. Never mind.
You ignore up to 2 points of penalty. So ironically, if you'd done a multi-action there, you'd have got one of them without the penalty, if that makes sense. But that's about it.
Okay, carry on.
Sargon, the only person to ignore the effects of the sleep command.
No, TK did too.
Yes, I mean originally without spending a penny. That's definitely what I meant all along. Definitely.
I will spend some points for smite.
Okay. It's not enough.
And then attack him.
That's a hit. And a parry. Okay. Okay, you basically the second attack is parried with the trident, but the first one gets through, and she's so shocked by the fact that you actually managed to make contact. She's shaken.
Okay.
And that ends the. Yeah, it's not even like you hurt her. It's just the absolute shock that you actually got through her defenses, because you're beginning to guess whoever this person is, these people are. They're incredibly arrogant. Okay. Now, the dimension door will cost me another 2 power points. That takes it down to 11. And then I'm actually going to multi-action again. So first things first, she's going to put up some radiant shields upon herself and fail miserably. I'll better spend a penny on that. Radiant shields. Raise. Okay. That's toughness +2, isn't it? No, sorry, shields. It'll be all attacks at -2, rather. with a cost of 3 power points. Ow. Be down to 8. Second action. Can't spell cast. Going to a chromatic bolt on Glixagleb. Misses. Still cost me another power point. There we go. Sargon, you're up.
Okay. Take another attack.
That's hit with a raise.
And offhand attack.
That's a wound. Okie dokie.
And offhand damage. Okay.
It's a wound. That's okay. That's a wound. Like that. Okay, that brings us to okay, Pa. This deck is very comfortable. You're really quite happy here. There seems to be a lot of noises going on, but
Goes with a spirit check to try and lift metal from deck.
indeed. Okay, you basically stand up.
Excellent. Okay. And now targeting.
Oh
Well,
no! Offensive actions? You don't want to do offensive actions.
That's too much work.
It's too much work. You just want to find somewhere more comfortable to lie down and sort of just have a recharge. You need to get the raise to attack. You can only perform passive actions unless you get the raise on your spirit check. Because you're still affected by the spell. All you did was overcome the need to just lie there and not move. But you've still got this.
Understood. Okay, in that case, we'll polish one's cogs and wonder about space in Mortimer.
I mean, don't forget. You could, if you think in terms of metagaming types things here, you can obviously support other people who are doing more active things. But that's about it. But yeah, no problem. Pegasus. However, you've got complete control of Pegasus. Don't forget, Pegasus can go off and do anything Pegasus wants to do.
Pegasus can do things like poop bomb the target, which might distract them.
Yeah,
Now, poop bombing, that sounds within the scope of a piglet, because I didn't want to send a piglet into combat, but poop bombing from altitude, yes, we can do this. Now, who's the bigger threat here, and what is Piglet's flight range like? Are we going for
Piglet has a pace of 8 when flying. I agree, no polishing cogs. It's been requested you don't polish cogs in public, please. But carry on, sorry.
Good lord. So Piglet's not freaked out by Lone Wolf anymore, right?
Is that so? No, that's the Glixagleb.
Yeah, Glixagleb, yeah.
What's the range of that ward? Could I do a flyby up the port side of the gunnel here?
You can fly past. You just won't stay anywhere near me.
Perfect. In that case, outbound, the target is Hustain 1, and then returning to the safety of the hamster Dander.
Well, can't come within 10 inches of me.
Which is impossible on a ship.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, it's 10 inches.
What? What have you got? I'd forgotten about. Awarded against nature.
Would the piglet then prefer to sort of take up residency on the bowsprit there near the lifeboats?
Probably, actually, fact, yeah, I think you're right. It's a flyby attack, isn't it? And then head away as far away from Glixagleb as possible.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Probably wouldn't have made it into the hamster in the first place, but young piglet, panic, squee, right, drive-by poop bombing, let's go. What's that, shooting?
That way, I mean, don't think Piglet's actually got an attack. Don't forget, Piglet can just bite.
The bite. And I was wanting to stay out of direct combat.
True.
Protection and all that.
In that case, I will say yes. It will be in athletics as a test. Yes, so you're just going to fly by. You're not actually engaging in combat. So just Piglet just makes an athletics attempt to as he flies by to literally poop on the target. Unfortunately, Pegasus misses.
It does not go well.
It lands nearby, which is probably enough to upset the individual, but you do not.
Sorry, Sargon.
You did not hit the target.
You bore the brunt of that one on the die roll.
Probably landed between the two of them. I shall let you.
Innocent bystanders.
Collateral damage.
I'm looking in Benny's
Sorry, that was the first air ball division.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
No, but
You know,
innocent
I'm sorry. You know
bystanders
what that
a
is?
side rule.
That is officially. I'm designating that an official negative Benny.
What?
That's a good one, man. That's great.
I don't understand. Is that like an extra decimal place behind my volume of bennies, or are you taking away?
No, he's giving it. He's giving it
Everybody else
Richmond,
gets
but not
one.
you.
Everybody else gets one
what?
because we had to suffer through that.
Yeah, we decided to call them negative bennies. It's when someone makes a joke that's such a very good and clever, don't get me wrong, but terrible pun that the rest of the party gets a benny because they had to endure it.
Noted. Okay.
Worthington, Pettigrew, trying to put the fourth.
It's like what I do with homework, right? Like I don't punish you if you don't do it, but I reward you if you do. So like you get it's carrot, not stick, right? So
Yes.
that's what's happening.
At the end of the day, the point is, it's meant to be funny. I don't want you to not make those awful puns.
Oh, I love it. I love the mechanic. Yeah.
You still award the rest of the party, but do you know what I mean?
It's really good.
It's just a bit.
Somebody else is using those fancy dice too. Who is that? Worthington?
Yeah, that's me. Yep.
Is that Worthington?
Yes.
Do you even know who I'm talking about? Cal Worthington? Okay.
Yes, I am Worthington, and I am saying yes.
No, Cal Worthington. Cal Worthington was a legendary car dealership. I'll post something for you.
Oh, if you need a go see Cal. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and his dog Spot, and it was always like a fucking lion or something that he was walking through the car a lot when we were kids. Yeah.
I am rolling over and accidentally bumping everybody else off of Morty. And when I do that, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna kind of wipe the sleep from my eyes, pop in my monocle, and look over and say, well, looks like we still have a problem on deck. And I'll point at Hastane number 1 and say, go get him, folks. And I will issue a challenge.
Okay.
And so for the rest of the round, everybody has a +2 to hit Hastane number 1.
Staying number 1, on the combat tracker, it's at attack +2, and then I just put the square brackets around
Do we need to make a power out of that too?
Yeah, why not? That would be cool. Yeah. Or would you? If you make it a power, it gets an interesting one, because if you make it a power, there's no reason not to, but there's a bit of mechanics in remembering to turn it off, if that makes sense. But that's fine.
Well, you can't assign a time to it so that it just goes off at the end of the round?
It won't go off at the end of the round, but it would go off at the end of your next go because it was your power, if that makes sense. It's just how it's set up.
Oh, okay.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's an easy one to do because you can only target a single person. I just type it in, don't I? Okay, so looks like Mortimer recovered from being sleepy though.
Oh, I didn't roll for him.
No, I think you did last time because I looks like. Oh, maybe I didn't put the sleep on, Mortimer. That's okay then. Well, we'll leave the two of you just snuggling up and move on to Cernan, shall we? Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll move straight on to Cernan.
Yep.
Okay, Cernan is going to poke Hastan 1 again.
Okie dokie. Oh, one
This
needed
time
to
will
get the
actually
radius.
Wait. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a hit. Oh, good grief. Now do that on damage.
2. Actually, 3 dice, it'd be 3. No. That's a wound. That could be annoying.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, that's a wound on Hastain 1. Okay, Hastain 1 is up next. Okay, Hastain 1 unshakes. So that's going to be 2 actions on Hastain 1. First thing is, unfortunately, Hastain only has a potion of minor healing, not major healing. So that's only 1 wound back, but that's both of them spent their potions. And Hastain 1 really isn't very happy where they are at the moment. So they are going to likewise put up their radiant shields, which was successful. That's only choice. That's going to she only gets a choice of one or t'other. So she will have to choose fighting because everyone keeps poking at her. Okay, that's radiant shields. So both of them are now encased in like shimmering bright white light. That brings us to Trist.
Oh, do I need to do another spirit check to be able to act, or?
Yes, you still technically need to get the raise to have free will. So close.
Do 1 Benny and take that chance.
It looks like a Benny well spent. You shake
Yeah,
off the
because
magical
now-
compulsion.
And she lifts her flute and she plays that lively little dance tune again. And she reappears after she disappears over here on Hastain 1's shoulders. Riding, shoulder back.
Okie dokie.
Unless she takes me with her.
Okay, that brings us to TK.
I would have moved just to touch.
Try that again. Sorry, I moved there. Oh, ranged. Yeah, sorry. Ignore me. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, my compulsion.
What I had forgotten is which ship you're on. So I need to change it. Anything? That again. And well, Crux should have been on the combat tracker as well. I forgot to add them on. So they've obviously been affected by the sleep spell up till now. That's the easiest way to deal with that one. Commodore asleep up here. There we go. Right. Buzz. Glixclub, you're up.
Throw a nitroglycerine aft. Right. Deflection's not going to make any difference, is it? That's going to be a hit. Is that right?
Deflection does affect ranged attacks. The idea is it will bounce off.
Well, it's a bomb. It's going to be in the area effect.
Well, no, I mean, it depends on which one it does, right? Because the one on Hastane 1 did not, because it's at fighting, not at
attack. Yeah, but Hastane 2 got the raise, so all attacks are deflected. All attacks.
But would that affect an AoE too?
Well, it was yeah, because deflection. It basically means it will. The idea is it will deviate because it's not actually. The point is you. Okay, I'm very confused now. I see what you're saying. Area of effect attacks. To attack with a blast template, you place it on the tabletop. Roll shooting or thrown. If the attack fails, there's a chance to miss. It might. If the attack is successful, any target partially beneath it is affected, regardless of attack penalties such as the dodge edge. So therefore, yes, deflection would not protect you. However, deflection possibly gives you a bonus to defense, doesn't it? Instead, then.
Nope, because it's not cover, or it's not.
Protection gives you armor bonus against area of effects, not deflection. That's it, isn't it?
Correct.
Agreed. Okay, so yeah, you do hit. So that is a hit.
Right. Yes, that's what I was expecting. Right. Okay, it might not do any damage. It's really weak. Oh.
Now, is this going to affect Triss since she's actually sitting on this person's shoulder?
Yes.
Not if
yes,
you
it
did
will.
it selectively.
He
No,
can't do
because I'm not-
bombs successfully, but he's not
No,
targeting the one
because
sitting
I'm
on
not-
Triss's shoulders.
Yes, I'm not targeting that one.
Okay.
Well, Benny, that just in case it comes out higher than a. She's going to be shaking. So
Okay.
Hastane 2 is shaken by a blast.
Right, okay, let's... Okay, at this point...
He's got the
Need
fancy
to-
dice too.
Aye, but you know my dice when I roll them, they stay green on the chart.
They do.
They do. See, so different coloured dice are different. It's not inconceivable that it's going to happen eventually. But
That's the player. That's the player color that you select.
no, it's not. No, that's just me. That's just me. That's just me messing with my knowledge of how the dice system works.
Oh.
If you actually look, what he's actually done is he doesn't roll.
I've rolled
he's not rolling
2G
3d6.
damage.
Yeah, he's rolling 2g6, not you know what I mean. 2d. Yeah, look, 2g6, not 2d6 damage. I think you could also do 2r6 as well, can't you?
Aye, to get red
Advance.
dice. And 2b6 will get you blue dice.
To be or not to be.
Yeah.
Yes,
Although
indeed.
it doesn't work with the /roll command.
No.
Anyway, second wind is the name of the ship. It's got a toughness of 20, so we're okay here. Just
Oh, so you change it in your gear.
Aye.
Gotcha.
yeah, okay. So
You should have
Yeah.
really, but I've done it for flavor.
Okay.
But so far so good.
your acid blast and your bomb blast in no way damage the ship you're on. You'll be pleased to know. Okay, Flinch, who up until now, Flinch is sleeping below decks, but still affected by the spell recovers. He'll be on deck next turn. Commodore Crux. Commodore Crux recovers and fires his double-barreled musket. Hitting twice. Yeah, I think he might have just overkilled the NPC by doing 8 wounds to the NPC.
Oh my goodness. That'll do.
That'll do. Okay. Which means I don't even have to let them be attacked by the tree right now. This is where I think things get interesting. So I rebooted, so I need to get back into the adventure. Because something happens when that happens.
Yeah, I think everybody was concentrating on the one forward. And I thought, what's the one half doing? Let's just throw a grenade down there.
Okay, so two things happen. First things first. The other Hastane figure just collapses to the ground as if expiring. And then the giant jellyfish issues forth. Oh dear, I've forgotten about this bit. Okay. NPCs. I can't remember what they're called. What's it called? Actually called aesthetics. That was it.
Trista's on the shoulders when it kind of dissolves to the ground. Does she need to do an athletics or agility check to make sure she don't like land on her butt?
You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. I wouldn't worry too much. Okay.
You must like Trist better than you like Jelsa. Jelsa will roll for that.
No, because you're okay, because you fall overboard, so you're fine. No, I'm joking. I mean, yeah, make an athletics check. I was just reading ahead. Okay. Right. Okay. So suddenly,
like I said, she lands flat on her back.
Indeed. Okay. Just minor bumps and bruises, but that'll be fine. So that large jellyfish suddenly sort of lets loose a high-pitched scream that basically makes all of you feel positively nauseous, and then it just basically turns and flies off.
Yeah,
Chat?
and don't come back.
So maybe maybe the one at the back was the real one, and the one was a summoned duplicate.
Okay.
Or a mirror image.
Yeah.
If anyone's got a cult, they can make an occult roll. If you don't have a cult, you can make a common knowledge roll at -2. And then made the occult roll. I'll get Clank. Made the common knowledge roll. Sargon and Clixcliffhouse. So basically,
Yeah. So somebody might explain it to us.
yeah. Certain with growing trepidation about what has happened, you rush back below decks to the spelljamming helm, and your worst fears are confirmed. The creature had elicited one of the most scary forms of attacks known to the spacefaring races, a jammer scream. Your helm is dead.
Well, hellfire.
Oh, no.
Is this like an EMP for the spelljamming helm?
Yeah.
Whew.
The only
Yeah.
good thing about it is Cernan wasn't sitting in it at the time.
Yeah, but our flump wasn't he?
No, you left him behind.
Oh, that's right. He was on the other ship. Never mind.
Cernan would have taken 16 points of damage if he'd actually been helming it at the time. However, you are now stuck in wild space with no means of propulsion.
This isn't something a not gnome can fix.
It's
Yeah,
magically,
Plar is
it's,
about to.
it's
yeah.
magically inert for. It will reactivate, but it's magically inert for up to a month. No one ever knows exactly how long it will be down for. But yeah, it's off.
So I can definitely fix it. I just don't know what's broken.
There's nothing broken. It's like a magical jamming. It's like a magical curse. Yeah, it's inert. It just turns something off. No one really knows how they do it, but it does it.
Yeah, it's
Well, on the bright side, we do have a tree on board, so maybe the air will last a bit longer.
Well, indeed, yes. You've won a victory, but at what cost? You're stranded on a ship without a functioning spelljamming helm, adrift in the vast ocean of wild space.
we have pig manure to keep that tree alive for ages.
Yeah, but do we have food to keep us alive for ages?
Crux takes a drag from his pipe and says, "Second in, everyone. We could be here for quite a while."
Piglet will serve for a while.
Nope. You can drink hamster milk for all I care.
Yeah.
Well, the hamster's next on the list for sure, but pig comes first.
Nope.
Lots of protein in insect chitin.
Yeah, you got to get through my chitlin first.
Chiclets.
Close that one off, and yeah.
Do we have any dwarf with repair skills?
It's not about repair. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's where is it? It's not even like it's damaged. Magically suppressing the properties of the Spelljammer's helm. That's what it says.
Someone with this spell. Anybody got
It
the spell
sounds.
magic?
It sounds to me like it's a block, like a Faraday cage or something.
Yeah, it is. It, for all intents and purposes, yeah. It basically, it could be up to, it could be, from what you understand, it depends how powerful that jellyfish creature is when it releases the jammer scream, but basically it could be between 2 days and multiple weeks. Unfortunately, you have no way of knowing how long you'll be floating until it comes online. However, I've given you a nice new map, and in the answer to your question is I have no idea why the space whales were on the other map. However, I do know why there are space whales on this version of the map as you're adrift.
To be lassoed, of course.
Basically, it's the following. So, okay, let's see now. After you've been drifting for a few hours, so I need to turn off all powers, and everyone gets. It's been about. Hang on, let's see how many hours it's been. 4 hours. So anyone who had expended power points can get up to 20 of them back.
Can get up to what?
20.
Can get them back, so I get 8. Oh, it's terrible, that 8 power points.
Okay. You encounter a pod of well, as you're floating in space, a pod of 6 Kindori can be seen in the distance. Can I have common knowledge checks, please? Sargon gets a +2 bonus, but he's already succeeded, so that's okay because I know he likes to fish. So that's Trist and Glixaglip. Basically, those that pass, you know that Kindori are attracted to bright lights. And as someone suggested earlier, and also Sargon thinks, well, yep, if you actually manage to, Kindori are also capable of traveling at spell jamming speeds.
So we need to get a.
Do they shoot ink?
No, they're just
They're
space whales. They're space whales.
Could we like lasso one and have it pull us?
Indeed, you probably could.
Yeah.
But it needs bright light, right?
But at the moment, they're a fair way off, so obviously you need to attract them first.
Do we have
Yeah, that's what I said, it would
nature
make my
wards
life.
to the aft of the vessel?
That is going to be a problem, isn't it? You might have to use the jolly boats. Thinking about it, then you do have some jolly boats.
Get the scary stuff off, lure the whales in. Are they attracted to any kind of music? Just looking your way here.
They're attracted to light. Now, my light spell is only a cantrip. Is that powerful enough to send up a beam that would draw their attention?
Because in the darkness of space, any light spell can, would be noticeable.
Yeah, not today.
Is rope suitable to secure them?
Spend a penny on that shit.
There we go.
I send up a beam of light straight up, like a
Indeed. Okay.
Can we get? Sorry, buddy, I was interrupting. Carry on.
I'm just thinking here. I'm just thinking. Okay, look, you don't need to use the jolly boat. So what you need to do is obviously have Trist towards the front of the ship. Anyone who disturbs animals towards the back of the ship, because if they're standing at the very back of the ship, that's the area of effective Glixagleb's animal repulsion field, as it were.
Well, can't he just go below deck?
It will still emanate out through the ship, is what I'm trying to say. So if he goes below deck, and in the front cabin, it still will do that, won't it? As it were. Yeah.
Trist moved to the bow before she sent up her beam.
Indeed. So basically, it's very straightforward here. All we need to do is, and it obviously can take more than one of you. If you wish to lasso a Kindori, it's just an athletics check at -2. I shall unlock tokens. Sorry, I didn't realize they were locked.
I got their attention, you guys. You guys are going to have to lasso them because athletics at -2 to menu is essentially 0.
Yep.
Are these things relatively peaceful, or can we expect backlash and thrashing tails and flukes and things?
You happen to know, those that made the pass. It's been done in the past. And you also know that lassoing or riding a Kindori doesn't cause them.
Oh, in that case, doesn't cause them pain, discomfort?
To attack.
Ah, happy days. Okay. We could maybe send the.
With that white one over there.
Gotcha.
I mean, we've got 2 successes.
We've got 2 successes. Okay, so lassoing. Okay, a Kindori lashed to the second wind of a rope pulls the ship across space in whatever direction it is heading. Crux knows the way to Tumalar's tower and can indicate which direction the Kindori must go to reach it. The tower isn't along the whale's migration path, so you must coax the Kindori into altering course. So basically, that's animal hand.
That was Piglet trying to avoid my my clutch.
It was Pla trying to turn this into a training exercise. Like, here, Piggy, take the rope.
I use my writing
Piggy
skill.
was like, no.
Can I use my writing skill?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Because I don't think we have an animal handling skill.
It's called persuasion these days.
Oh, okay.
But I'll let you. I will let you.
Can I make a support roll on that before he?
Yes. You were going to intimidate the Kindori into obeying.
Well, no, I can by physically moving on the deck different places. I can make it nervous.
Of course, to use a riding, I am going to rule to use a riding role, Worthington. You do actually have to be riding the Kindori. You can't be driving it. You know what I mean, like a wagon. But that's fine.
Sure.
So picture the scene. So
and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big blanket out there with me, or a sailcloth or something, and if I cover up, so they have the eyes on either side of their head, right?
Yes.
So if you partially obscure the vision, I don't want to put anything on their eye directly, but if I can drape it down to partially obscure their vision, they tend to drift away from the things they can't see, and that'll help redirect them.
Well, that's fine. You've made your riding check, so that's how you want to do it. So as you can picture the scene, so what you've got is you've got this huge wooden spaceship with a tree growing out the back of it. You've got this giant space whale lassoed and pulling the ship, and you've got a giant hippopotamus sitting astride this space whale, pulling you at 100 million miles an hour through the depths of space.
So we've got.
Was there a spell jamming thing released before now?
Second edition, AD&D.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's how you guys know so much about this stuff.
Do you know, after that description, this is Savage Worlds LSD edition, isn't it?
I was just sitting here thinking, we've got whales, we've got trees, we've got hamsters, we've got piggies, we've got hippos. Like, I christened this ship Greenpeace.
It's the second wind, but no, fair enough.
It does have a large piece of green on it. So, yeah.
In inverted commas, yeah.
100 million. Yeah, it's 100 million miles an hour, isn't it? I seem to recall.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Yeah, 100 million miles an hour is spell jamming speeds. It's not like the old days where you had spell jamming ratings and the level of your character decided how fast the ship turns. It's now a set speed, which is all very well. So it only takes 72 hours of travel, after which point, I assume as you are pulling into orbit, well, as you pull in towards, you get pulled into the gravity well of the asteroid, obviously. I'm assuming you're going to let it should be pointed out the other Kindori did change the migration path because they didn't leave their lassoed partner with them. So obviously, as you come towards as you approach,
speak to them.
You know, I was just wondering that myself. Kindori.
If so, I want to thank them for the ride.
You know, that's what they look like. It's in proper sort of artistically, Kindori, they have animal intelligence, so probably they do have a language. But they do have a language, but unfortunately, they don't have a language. Sorry, they've only got a type. They don't have a language, but anyway. So I was reading their type as a language by mistake. That was very good. I like that.
I knew someone had to go for that. Someone had to go for the speaking Dory.
So anyway, So you 72 hours of travel. Which, assuming you let them go, they will resume their migration. Whether you do want to let them go or not.
Well, did we get home? Or
You've
a place where
Here you go. Arrival at the tower.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, we'll let him go.
Yep. They resume
With
their
thanks and
migration.
cuts.
So, I found that. That was
Now I
someone
got to
rendered that.
tell Morty. Now I have to
Yeah.
go tell Morty he's got nothing to be worried about. Don't be jealous.
Quite chuffed about that one. That's someone actually made that for. Which what's the tabletop where you can roll dice and play board games on Steam? Not the VTT, any board game.
Tabletop Simulator?
That's the one. Someone made. Yeah, someone
Game
rendered that.
Simulator?
Yeah, someone rendered that for Tabletop Simulator. And I just grabbed the pictures just to give you. So it gives you a 3D idea of the asteroid and the tower. So, a crooked tower perched atop a small asteroid surrounded by a cloud of twinkling cosmic dust. Through the spyglass, Crux examines the rock upon which the tower stands and the decrepit wooden pier that juts out from one side of it. Mr. Flinch, he says, ready the jolly. So, basically, he's taken one look at the jetty and decided that you'll need to use the jolly boat to get up close. You won't be able to dock the second wind alongside. Crux states that he's concerned about the poor state of the dock and fears the second wind might accidentally smash it to flinders or rip it off its moorings. For this reason, he's ordered Flinch to deploy a jolly boat while the second wind will remain 100 feet, its gravity plane aligned with the gravity plane of the asteroid. Flinch uses the winch to lower Big Buster, one of the second wind's jolly boats, into the overlapping gravity planes of the tower and the second wind. There are 6 oars aboard the jolly boat, which you can use to propel it to the docks. While Crux appears to be ready to stand proudly in the prow, pointing to the dock as if the destination were not obvious.
Whatever you say, George.
Assuming everyone's going to well, obviously there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you. So I want to know who's rowing, who's not rowing, and if anyone isn't going into the jolly boat onto the asteroid. That's really all we need to know at this point.
So good. It's going to be a bit cold.
I remember. I think Realm Space is
Based hamster rug.
Sargon will be rowing.
okay.
Yeah, Sargon will go. He'll row.
Different worlds, world space systems are known for different temperatures. I can't remember what. It's a long time since I read the Realm Space book, so I can't remember what the average temperature of
I
world space is.
I don't like odd temperatures.
The only thing I did like, the only thing I was a bit controversial about me liking in 5th edition is they got rid of the crystal shells. I know I like the idea of the crystal shells that made the ships were floating and the phlogiston.
Yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment.
The phlogiston was just like, well, it's just flammable gas that you fly in. It's like, so it just means you can't have fire-based combat. It's just like, well, I don't see the point in that. And the problem with the crystal shells mentality was just to explain why different realms had different gods, and then basically nobbled clerics. So I'm not bothered with that. So crystal shells are gone. You're just systems. Yeah, if you get far enough out, wild space stops being space as you and I know it, and you enter the astral sea. But anyway. Scores of pelicans and mollyhawks and smaller birds nesting on the asteroid squawk as you approach the rickety dock. At the end of the dock, 2 grey shark-like creatures fight over the remains of a pelican. Interesting. A woman with frayed robes and bare feet sits in a rocking boat at the base of the tower watching the fracas. She, her face half hidden by a wide-brimmed hat that has a blue jay, I should say, perched on it. The woman leaps to her feet, brandishing a staff, and snarls, "Go on, get!" A fiery fiery ray springs from her fingertips, frightening away the shark-like creatures. She then, as you approach further, she waves in a friendly gesture towards you, especially to her old friend Crux. So obviously, she scared the sharks away to let you land at the dock.
I wasn't sure who she was telling to go away, so.
She pardoned the shark-like creatures.
Sure. But when she first leapt to her feet and fire was running from her fingers, I'm like, turn around. Oh, wait. Okay, no, we're good.
Exactly. As you pull up alongside the dock, Crux jumps off onto the dock. There's a resounding thud and then a fair bit of creakage as he ties the boat to the dock, and the rest of you disembark. Topola basically welcomes Crux and all of you to her tower. She then insists upon a tour of the tower. So, come, let me show you round. Picture of Topola.
I'll definitely go for it because it's a chance to stretch our legs. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
It's been a bit of a since we got stuck there for a bit. Just got off the boat.
So, Max disconnected again.
Yeah, and that just happened all by itself.
Yeah. I said it because I wasn't sure.
Did he just go again?
That was probably a chat.
I won't take it personally.
I didn't kick you. Aside, okay. So basically, as you head inside the town,
I don't think I'm missing a role. I'm coming back in, obviously, but
oh yeah. You're not missing a role. Don't worry. Okay, so as you enter into the tower, the magical rope. Okay, so openings in the floors and ceilings you can see as you step inside the tower. There's a opening in the ceiling. There appears to be a magical rope and pulley mechanism that serves as an elevator. Topola only explains you only need to grab hold of the rope and say up or down to be hoisted or lowered at one floor as commanded. Continual flame spells appear to be bathe the interior of the tower in bright light. From the outside, the tower appears to initially have as if it has no windows. However, as soon as you get inside, firstly, Topola shows is that she can create an open window to appear on any wall simply by touching it, and she also then just makes that same window disappear with a snap of her fingers. The bird that's on the window there, for example, lands as soon as the window opens, but there's a loud squawk as the bird suddenly, you see the bird like get forced out of the tower as the window shuts. So obviously she doesn't hurt any of the animals. But anyway, she gives you a quick look at each floor, showing you how to operate the pulley and rope system. So she on the first floor, or the ground floor, depending on how you want to describe it, 4 ring-shaped gardens, garden terraces line the walls of this cylindrical chamber. The gardens are vertically spaced every 10 feet and brimming with luscious fruits, vegetables, and golden wheat. 4 mechanical gnomes wearing harnesses tend to the plants. The harnesses are attached to ropes that loop over pulleys affixed to the ceiling, enabling the gnomes to hoist themselves into the air and move from one plot to another. Topola explains that most of my sustenance comes from these gardens. I get regular deliveries of fresh soil from Dowa merchants, and they get homegrown fruit and bird eggs in return. She also mentions that obviously noticing you, Pla, she basically identifies each of the clockwork gnomes as Auric 1, Auric 3, Auric 6, and Auric 8. She then basically
hey friends.
they notice you, nod, and then get back to their assigned duties. She leads you into the elevator, grabs hold of the rope, and says up, and you're taken to the 2nd floor. This floor houses a modest kitchen where 2 mechanical gnomes are preparing dinner. Furnishings including an unmade bed, a wardrobe, and topped with bird nests, and a bookshelf packed with astrological charts and more birds. Here are my living quarters, says Topola, where I read my books and take my meals. My auto-gnomes have no shortage of recipes. So today's repast is deep-fried night scaver steak with Luna Bechamal. I can't speak today. I can't pronounce anything. Again, when looking at you, Plar, she indicates Auric 2 and Auric 4 as they carry on preparing their meal.
I was starting to spot a pattern here.
Again, she basically takes you back onto the platform and says up again, and you get to the 3rd floor. 2 mechanical gnomes are using rags to polish a 10-foot-long copper telescope in the centre of this chamber. Dozens of star maps lie atop tables that are also littered with sketches of planets and otherworldly landscapes. And here is my observatory, remarks Popola proudly. I acquired my autonomes from the same fellow who sold me this telescope, which allows me to spy on all the worlds in this system and gaze at the stars in other systems as well. Toppler walks across the room and touches a wall, whereupon a tall opening appears in front of the telescope. Would you care to take a look?
Acquired,
She'll go
sold. This language.
Yep, Cernan will go over and have a look, see what he can see.
So interesting. Hey, not gnome, there's some friends there for you.
Laura's wondering what level of freedom these friends have.
They were poachers. Autonomes are built them sporting each of them sports a dazzling metal moustache. I think they're basically, well, I don't think but I think maybe they're not as free spirited as you. It does happen, but these are Auric 5 and Auric 7. Just so you know. Do you wish to look at any particular planet in the system or anything certain?
I am interested to see if I can look at Toril and see what kind of damage is being done.
Indeed. In fact, actually, she doesn't even need to do anything. She admits she has been observing the planet for the past several days. At this point, you can see the crystalline vines are engulfing most of the planet.
We got to work quick, guys.
Indeed.
Well, that's hard to do without a Spelljammer helm.
And then, while you're looking through it, Toppler's turns to Wes, who goes, what brings you to my tower?
Certainly looks over at the captain.
Point over at Commodore.
Yep. Crux Crux explains the situation, and he said he's come here to get a map of Doom Space. Toppler looks confused for a second, and then sort of goes very quiet, and then almost reluctantly says she doesn't have one. But she is willing to part with the wild space orrery she keeps in her observatory. In exchange, though, she asks you agree to dispose of a local threat for her.
Sure, we can do that.
A void scaver has been prowling around my tower. I call her Big Mama because she's enormous. I'm surprised you didn't come across her, but then she can be hard to see except for the single red eye. I'll give you my wild space orrery if you slay Big Mama for me.
I love it when you call me Big Mama. Sorry.
So, and you accept?
Yes.
Well, we don't have a destination. Well, we're stuck here until the chair fixes itself. We don't have a destination to go to without it.
Indeed. See you later, Figure. Oh, yes. I do that. And
So, what is the Commodore's plan then? For getting help, for getting support for against the elves.
Where he knows there's resistance for that. Basically, he needs a map to Doomspace so you can get to Dooms. The idea was you need a map to Doomspace so you can get to this, because you need maps to know how to navigate the systems, don't you? So you get to the Doomspace system, and that's where the resistance. There's a resistance force for
the Rebel Alliance.
Basically, yes. That's where the rebels are. Yes, you have to join the rebels. Okay. So I've got the nice little map, which I've turned the lighting off so you can actually see. It shows you the 3 levels. I obviously Starbow is obviously not there. He's still on the ship because he can't leave it because he's built into the ship. Everyone else should be there. Flinch is obviously still aboard the ship as well, like so. But I think the rest of you should be where you are. That's good. Okay.
How expensive is Wild Space Ori?
Well, given that Topola trusts Crux and given that she trusts Crux, apparently, if you promise to kill Big Brother, she will give you the Wild Space Ori right now and explain how it works. Crux is honourable, and he wouldn't actually let you bugger off without doing the deed, so it should be pointed that out as well. But anyway, so this gizmo show, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll have to look it up for a second. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I shall have to look it up. It's a very useful bit of equipment. Whether I don't know if they ever actually give you a price.
If I'm not mistaken, it's basically like a compass for wild space. Think
Pretty
of your
much.
destination and it will kind of point you in that direction.
Yeah. This gizmo shows you where you are in relation to the planets, moons, and sun in a wild space system, which you must be in a wild space to use it. To get to another system, you must first enter the astral sea, which will take you wherever you want to go. Once you reach your destination, use the Ori to get your bearings. So it's pretty much like you say. Yep. For some reason. I forgot. Oh, no. Here we go.
Cernan would like to do a, I guess, common knowledge check to see if he can recall what a void scaver is.
That's the shark-like creatures.
Oh, is that the
Yes.
shark things?
Yes.
Okay.
There's different types. Scavers, but it's a void scaver. It's basically you've met the space whales. Now it's time. Now you've been asked to dispose of a space shark. Okay, wild
shark.
space Ori. Uncommon item. It's probably it's an uncommon magic item. 5e doesn't give you costs of magic items, I'm afraid, unlike Pathfinder. So I'll have to make one up later. It's probably you could probably to the right type of people. It's almost invaluable, so you could probably assume it's worth a fair bit of cash.
No, I got so it's a fair trade then. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, with basically you without if you don't have a map to if you don't have a map of a wild space system, and obviously the wild space system maps obviously aren't interactive like this is, but the maps will have all the orbital paths and relatives and how to calculate where the planets are at any time, obviously given on some structure or another. This you don't need that. This will literally, as was described, it will literally let you see like a holographic display of any system and your position in it. It's a magic map, basically.
Okay.
So need to do is boats. There's enough for you to only come over in one. Jolly boat one. Okay, so zoom in a bit, and then we'll put Sargon in the boat. The girl's wrong. Sargon. Wait, just put you in the boat. It doesn't matter. The idea is you're in a boat. We're not going to worry too much about the fact that you are physically bigger than the boat. Also, I'm afraid Morty obviously didn't fit on the boat, so Morty is obviously back on the deck.
I figured as much.
Tris, there's TK. Glib. As I say, you're all in. We're going to assume you're all in the boat. It's just you can not worry too much about positions and all that. And the Commodore is there because you're all bigger than the boat is. Is that everyone? Have I missed anyone off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. You're all in the boat. Okay. So basically, so the question is, and I don't think maybe I did make a price for it. Now I know how to spell it. Let's try that again. ORR. Yeah, Wild Space Orrery. I decided it was about 600 gold. Based on some other stuff. So, who wants to take the Wild Space? I'm going to put it in the inventory, and you can decide which of you wants to take it. It's in the party sheet. You really shouldn't worry about why I care which one of you's got it. Really, don't worry anything like that. Don't think about it too much.
Well, I can't even muck about with it because it's.
Break it.
Yeah,
no,
these
I'm
things
scared of it.
beyond Pla's comprehension.
It's not the sort of thing I typically mess around with.
Exactly.
I'll leave it to someone else.
I mean, I don't mind taking it, but I mean, I sat in a Spelljammer chair, and we know how that ended up. So,
What does it take to use it?
It just works.
All required.
Yeah, it just yeah, no. You probably need to activate it, so you can either use an arcane skill or a smarts check. I would say that's how magic items as a rule tend to go, don't they?
Well, I wasn't sure if you just use like spell jamming or something like that. But
No. It's just an arcane device, so it'll be your arcane skill, or failing that a smarts check to activate it.
Okay.
You're not getting. You're staying on the. You're not coming back to the ship. Glib, is that right?
no, sorry, I'm just
Okay.
I'm in a wander.
Okay, so you're rowing, basically carrying the orrery, and basically with Crux once again. Actually, I'll need to position slightly because obviously Crux is meant to be standing on the prow of the boat. You're basically rowing the ship back towards the second wind. Can I have some notice checks, please?
What kind of check?
Notice, please.
I noticed nothing.
I know nothing.
Commodore Crux does. Okay, so Tris doesn't notice anything. Serlin doesn't notice anything. TK doesn't notice anything. Okay, so Sargon does. So Trist.
It's not it's in the dark as well, is it not?
We are in space. So Cernan, TK, and is that it? Who else didn't notice? Sargon made it. Glixaglen made it. Commodore Crux made it, and Weatherton made it. Parget Clank didn't notice it. That's fine. I'm just trying to work out who's surprised. That's all. And obviously, Pegasus is currently on deck. Whether Pegasus wants to leave the deck because Pegasus can fly is another question. The reason I say that is I'm going to... Okay. Odds north, even south. South. Okay. So basically, Crux goes. Crux and Sargon and Glixagleb. You are not. You do see a big black shape coming straight towards you out of the darkness. Unfortunately, those that failed the notice checks were surprised on the first round. Commodore Crux gets to go first. He goes on hold because he wants to be heroic. Warrington, you can see Big Mama flying towards you.
Oh, bother. Oh, there she blows. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what she looks like.
Yeah. I pull out a flintlock and I say to Sargon and Pargliet, cover your listening holes. And I fire.
She's about 30 feet long, which is bigger than any void scaver you've heard of.
Why can't I select her? Do I need to select me first?
It's showing you targeting her now.
Nice. Okay.
Correct.
There's nothing. Actually, I'm gonna no, I won't do that. I'll just fire on her with the one.
Is that natural selection going to become part of core or not? Or do we not know?
Don't know.
I thought I had read that it was gonna, but okay.
Okay, you fire at Big Mama and miss in the darkness. Okay, you fire at Big Mama and hit with a race. Bright red eye as it comes straight towards you.
Probably won't do any damage. Yeah.
Your pistol, the scaber is Big Mama's heavily armed, and your shot so accurate. Although your shot, though accurate, bounces off. I mean, obviously, from a movement point of view, obviously, if you want to, is the dum. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted by a jolly boats, top speed of 5. So if someone, obviously you're surprised this round, but obviously, if basically there's up to 6 people can row, but so I'm going to say for each 2 of you that actually rows, if you want to, you can maneuver the ship 2 inches for each 2 of you row up to a total of 6, which will let you row 6 inches across towards the big ship. I'm just thinking in case you want to use the big guns or anything like that. But anyway, Sargon, you're up.
Okay.
Taking you guys off hold while I remember that you're on hold. For next round.
Got sucked, so I don't need to motion or anything. Where am I?
Obviously, you can move. You can maneuver. I'm assuming that whole sort of area is the boat, because obviously this didn't make the boat big enough.
There seems to be some kind of lighting issue.
Let's turn lighting off. There we go.
No, the lighting issue is that it's dark in space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, with those nebulas out there, there'd be interesting glows and stuff. What's it look like if I put the lighting back on to see it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Anyway,
I,
was just curious
I
what it
had
looked
a
like.
torch on me. That's why I was wondering.
That's fine.
And lighting stuff, but all right. So rowing is an action.
Rowing is an action if you want to row, yes.
Okay.
To be honest, this round, half the party's sort of surprised by it, so you're probably more a case of, if you want to row, I'd say next round when there's more of you, you could sort of choose who's going to row and try and move the ship. This round, I'd just react because half the party is still trying to row the ship or get on with stuff, as it were. You just see it coming, and it's coming fast towards you, and its mouth is opening up quite wide.
Okay. So selective, so I don't hit anybody. And this thing's big enough; it might have heavy armor. 3 and damage 5.
From a metagaming perspective, it's not gargantuan, so it won't actually have heavy armor for the record. Just to save you some power points.
Okay. So 5 power points for boosted damage.
My view is you as characters, you'd be able to assess whether something's big enough to possibly have heavy armor, and this is big, but not that big. Okay, your blade storm activates and it flies through your storm of flashing blades with no apparent effect upon it.
Okay.
Okay, so as limited free action, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So are we
6,
interrupting,
1,
or
2,
what was
3,
that all
4,
about?
5. That was me taking you off hold. So I don't
Surprise
forget.
round.
But you were all surprised. That's me taking you off hold. So next round you get dealt in properly, but this round you're surprised because it looms. It suddenly just appears out of the darkness at high speed. As it comes in, it targets TK with its glowing red eye, and for some reason, all of a sudden, TK, a wave of fear washes over you. You need to make a spirit.
No, it
check.
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Are you immune to fear?
Everybody within my command radius is immune to fear.
Okay, that's absolutely fine then. It's a limited free action, so it won't know. Know what? It doesn't. It won't make any difference. It is
All
then.
allies within 10 feet get a free reroll on fear checks. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. Okay, TK, you get to make a spirit check with a free reroll.
Okay. Spirit -2.
No, just straight spirit. It's just a limited free action. It gets to, it just gets to. Okay, you're
Looks
fine.
like
You
I
resist
hit
it. Yeah, you're absolutely fine. Yeah, it's just the idea is it's glaring at you as you come towards it, and you suddenly think, "Oh dear." Okay, it is going to. It is then going to move. It's its place actually. It's got a pace of 8. That's what I thought. It literally flies across the boat, deciding to bite TK because that's the one it was trying to target. TK, you duck it as it literally tries to. I'll be honest, it literally tried to swallow you whole, but you avoid the attack at the very last seconds as it comes in. As your survival mechanism overtakes the terrifying aspect of the surprise attack. However, the second round begins. The Commodore would have come off hold as it goes by. I forgot. And
You missed me though.
And
Right,
I
Glitz,
say as that happens, I say, "Go for the pig. He's tastier."
As the thing swings by, does it come within melee of me?
Potentially, yes. Oh,
So they got strike.
Commodore Crux hits it as it goes by. You can have a first strike as well. And Glixagleb, I apologise. Over to you. I missed you out. Sorry. Have a go now.
Sorry, is that a free attack then? I think.
No, it's not a free attack unless you've got first strike.
Right. Okay. Right. Aye, I'm with you. So yeah. So.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Well, okay. So basically, what happens there, as you imagine, obviously, Big Mum comes out of the darkness, surprising half the people in the boat. It then basically attempts to swallow TK whole, fails miserably. The Commodore swings his magical morning star, hitting it. But for a second there, you thought it did some damage, but unfortunately it didn't, because I had to spend a penny to soak it. And then obviously you hit it with an acid belch, which again doesn't slow it down. It passes by to the other side, and then TK got a joker and gets to go first. Now, obviously the creature is going to make. Obviously the shark is going to make pass by attack, so you can, if you want to, go on hold and wait for that moment, and then you have to interrupt it unless you're TK because you've got the joker. However, likewise, if you want to just if you just all want to make a row action as a group, and you can discuss that obviously freely, you can move yourself 6 inches closer to the ship if you want, rather than being out exposed. But it's up to you if you want to fight this thing. Depends how you want to fight it, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, over to you, TK.
Well, I mean, the party knows that I could probably stab at it with the Githka, but if you want to do the group roll and get closer to the ship, I'm game. So what does the group want to do?
Get close to the ship.
And Plar is remembering vaguely that this crossbow has the ability to move things. Yeah.
Got a crossbow portals, yes.
That's a good call. All right. So I'll pass turn then, I guess, and then we'll just do the.
Oh, actually, yeah, he's right. Actually, what you could, Pilar could quite potentially, you'd have to make a good shot.
And needs some pretty solid instruction from the less clueless. Because Plar's got this thing, has been playing with it, experimenting, but I'm not completely sold that is entirely sure on the mechanics of how it works and what it does.
Yes, you're quite right. You spent a week looking at it, so I'm going to assume that you have worked it out. So basically, when you load it with a quarrel, and if you can choose whether to use it as just a normal weapon to attack with, or you can choose to charge the quarrel, because you can only got 4 charges, don't forget, which I think you'll have to. Gets interesting. So if you've got the crossbow of portals, if you scroll it down, you should have, because it's had time to recharge, you should have 4 power points, which I've just put back in there. Yeah. On the crossbows. Gotcha. Yeah. So basically what happens is you can either use it as a normal crossbow and shoot things and do damage as per normal. But it is just although it's a magical crossbow, it's an accurate crossbow. It doesn't do great amounts of damage compared to other crossbows. The point is, you can choose as an action to activate the red portal or the blue portal, and the tip of the crossbow bolt will glow. And then you fire the crossbow. Assuming you hit your target, you will create either a red or blue portal. That's basically it. So you can potentially, for argument's sake, from here, if you want to, fire a portal onto the ship, and then on the next round, fire a portal into the base of the boat, and then all people have to do is jump. You can literally jump through the portal and end up on the ship if you want to. Is what I'm trying to say, or any combination. The point is, you need a solid object to create a portal, if that makes sense. I mean, you.
A surface for it to hit. Gotcha.
Yes.
That's an interesting one. We'll call them blue and green or to and from. Can a to and from be fired each turn, or is it
As a
one,
multi-action
two,
penalty,
or...
yes. As a multi-action penalty,
okay.
yes.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, then it's kind of over to the group, because as the player, I'm kind of thinking that this could be used to keep the big scary shark away from us while the party takes ranged attacks. But Plar, the character, has not the comprehension or the ability to do that quite yet, although is quite shooty.
You got D8 in shooting.
The other option as well is to get the whole party back to the big boat and get onto that ballista. I think that's a ballista at the aft section there. Okay. We'll leave it to the party to decide. That's probably the player speaking. Because Plar will need some serious nudging, as in aim there, that trigger, other trigger, sort of thing. So, should we get back to the boat?
Well, I don't think that we'll be able to convince the shark to effectively ram something to go through a portal.
It's a very good point.
But wouldn't, if you drop the portal adjacent to something, can't you deal with it that way, or does it not work that way?
When the crossbow essentially is fired, the projectile has to hit something, and that something will be the surface or become the portal. So I couldn't fire it out into empty space in front of the shark, for example, but I may be able to fire it at the hull of a ship that it's about to attack, and it may swim through like that. Awfully high grade for the robot gnome.
Yep, that sounds like aperture science to me.
Yeah, that's about it.
It's a portal.
That's about right.
It's a portal gun. It's quite straightforward. It's a portal gun. We're not beating about the bush here. You just need a 10-foot by 10-foot surface to fire the portal at. Or, I mean, the jolly boat will do at a pinch, is what I'm trying to say. You know, you need at least 6 foot by 6 foot.
Couldn't we throw the pig out there and shoot the pig and make him?
The pig is not 6 foot by 6 foot. It needs a 1 inch square area minimum.
Gotcha.
And currently, the big vessel is out of range of the portal. Oh no, I beg your pardon. We could do it, actually. I could get a shot too. Yeah, there we go. Shall I try that? Get a destination portal onto the ship, and providing that lands correctly, I'll put the departure portal at our feet on this tender, maybe at the rear, and if somebody wants to head to the ship, they can jump in portal.
It has to be said, actually, what will happen is, because you're in a jolly boat, is you can fire the portal onto the ship, no problem at all. Because it's 3D, we can argue the ship slower so you can see the deck. However, the second you fire the portal into the jolly boat, everyone's going to fall through that portal and arrive on the ship's deck automatically. Because of the shape of the jolly boat, if that makes sense. However, don't forget at the moment you're acting on the 4 of diamonds. So basically, this is the longest 6 seconds ever. But I'm letting you guys have a quick plan of tactics, what you want to do. But anyway, so you can either row towards the deck. You can either choose to all row towards the deck as fast as you can, or potentially you can all basically choose to fight it off for a couple of rounds while he sets the portal up, so you can guarantee back in theory. It's up to you guys what you want to do, is what I was trying to say. It's also trying to get you the idea, the concept of what you can do with the portal crossbow as well. Crossbow portals. So there we go. It's all up to you. You've got the power. I gave you a ridiculously OP gun, and I would probably regret it. So cool.
Cool. So back to turn sequence, but yeah, happy to go with majority opinion there.
Just get to the ship. because trying to trick this thing into a portal is just going to be.
No, it's more about using the portal to get to the ship rather than having to row back there. That's what it's about. You won't be able to
Okay,
use.
full power. In that case, targeting deck of destination ship.
In that case, it sounds.
This jolly boat ain't that big. If it bumps this boat and we all fall out, we're in deep.
Indeed. I think, yeah. So anyway, TK, it sounds like you're basically TK. If you've got a ranged attack, go for it. Or if you want to go on hold until the shark comes in close and then hopefully stab it, you can obviously automatically interrupt it because you've got the Joker. It's your call, which you want to do.
Didn't work the same way. Sorry, I was trying to double click the Joker like I do as a DM. Got it.
That's okay. Yeah, I didn't even know you could double click the Joker as a DM.
Yeah, you can double click the card as a DM to put someone on hold.
Did not know that. I've just learned something. Have a penny for teaching me. Worthington Pettigrew Trumpet the Fourth. Same with you. You could shoot it at range, or you can go on hold and attempt to interrupt it when it comes for someone on the boat.
I'm going to go. I'm going to shoot it again.
Okay, go for it. Target it and shoot it. It's not that far away. At the moment, you can see it turning, banking. It's obviously coming back for another attack. You are. You've got it targeted. Go for it. That's a hit with a raise. Hang on. You got more than one flintlock?
I do. I have.
Fair enough.
I hope you have a Benny for that. That's terrible.
That's ridiculous.
I couldn't remember. Yes, I thought you did. That's fine. You're doing the old bang, drop, draw, bang, drop, draw, bang, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, there's a 6 of that. Oh, that 1 in the middle is all that there.
Still more 1s. No, it's just not meant to be.
Yeah.
It looked damn expressive though. You draw, you line the bees, and you fire, and then you sort of are perturbed as nothing happens. Oh, he's going one more time.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna.
Twist.
Yeah, Trist has concluded those fancy mechanical guns are useless. She's going to use her old-fashioned bow.
Okie dokie. You fire your accurate bow, the arrow flies true and hits Big Mama. And bounces off it.
I'm going to Benny at one time.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, take a seat, Trust, before they knock you out of this boat.
I'm intrigued by something. Worry about it next time. Okay, Big Mama unshakes. Big Mama's coming back. 8. Let's roll. 3. Oh, it's going for Cernan this time. Okay, so basically, Big Mama stares you down as it comes straight towards you, and TK requests interrupt. Go for it.
So it's in melee range effectively.
Pretty much. Yeah, you get to interrupt automatically.
I'm just moving because I don't want to get a bad penalty for not being in melee range.
That's okay. I've moved it on. Sorry, I'll see what you mean. I'll move it on top of the deck. You know what I mean? It's it's doing a flyby. That's a hit with a raise. See, we're going to end up with multicolored dice all over the place here.
It's a bad habit I've taught, isn't it?
We are indeed, yeah. That's a wound on Big Mama. Ooh, I'll be doing for time. Okay. Big Mama spends the penny.
Come on
Drinking
now.
fails.
Yay!
Yes.
Big Mama is wounded. Okay, now I need Cernan to make a spirit check as Big Mama's coming for him. So that's basically a limited reaction fear power on Cernan. Then it obviously will come in to bite Cernan, and then obviously Sargon will get his spirit checks. Okay.
But isn't he shaken?
Yeah, the sphere check would happen beforehand. I will point out.
Right, but the attack.
The attack won't happen because you interrupt it and hit it, so you're going to drive it off. But Sargon does get.
Oh, he's got to see if he's afraid for sure. But he doesn't get the attack's not coming at him, right?
The attack's not coming, but Sargon still gets a first strike. Looks like Sargon's AFK, so it's. Oh no, Sargon's back.
Although you can Benny to unshake.
I could have Benny to unshake if I wanted to. Yes.
Whose side are you on?
Sargon hits with a raise with the soul knife so basically you imagine this huge space sharks coming, jaws open straight down at Cernan, and basically TK and Sargon both hit it at the same time as it comes in to bite Cernan, and you drive it off. You might not hurt it, but you drive it off.
Scores are raised.
It didn't do the extra damage. Do you want to drag that extra damage on there?
Oh.
That is 16 points of damage. Unfortunately, that will not affect it because it's hardy, I'm afraid.
Who's vulnerable?
Oh, wait. That was a raised damage.
It was
I
raised
rolled the
damage.
wrong dice.
Okay.
Yeah, still the same thing.
Still the same. However, if you want to re-roll the damage, you still can, obviously, if you want to re-roll that.
Yeah, I think
you
I rolled Benny since I hit with a raise.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
will
figured.
that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ugh.
It's unfortunate.
One more.
Do it.
Let me
We're
make
almost
sure.
over for today, and we got lots of bennies.
Oh yeah, that was worth it.
That was worth it. That's a wound. Big Mama's last. This is Big Mama's last Benny coming in here. Big Mama does one. Big Mama. The net result is Big Mama is wounded and is forced away from attacking the party. Sudden, you're up next. Big Mama's out of bennies.
Cernan will throw a little bone shard.
Go for it.
Oops. Yeah, no, I hit.
You hit.
Come on, baby. Come on. Don't think that's enough.
Just not enough. 2 and 1 hurt you there.
Let's go ahead and Benny at once because I had a lot of low numbers in there. Oh, it's a little better, not much. Okay.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Okay, Sargon, obviously your first strike was your free attack, so you can still perform a ranged attack if you want. Or you can move everyone 1 inch closer if you just want to row. lost you.
Sorry. I'm still
Okay.
rolling, yeah.
You're just rowing.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So that will be drag everyone and then move everyone 1 inch that way. There we go. Okay, so you move everyone 1 inch that way, which is all good. That gets us to Glixagleb.
Penny for points. Aye, Big Mama didn't take his 2d4 damage, did he?
I don't recall you saying it was lingering. I apologise.
It's going to. It's only 3 points, so not it's going to make any difference. Not a sense 16th explode. It can really explode.
Mhm.
God, this is really expensive. I use all my power points every time I use this.
I assume you were being selective.
Aye, 7 power points.
Oh, that's some big dice rolls coming in here. Oh,
Oh, yeah, bummer.
that
It's
one,
hardy.
that one knob, that one dice, that last dice knobbed you.
Might as well Benny it because we're near the end. Oh, look, there's a 6 coming out. It's just going to tease me, isn't it? Oh,
Do another one.
One for the road, one for the road. There's a 6 again. Come on.
A wound!
There you
A wound
go.
on Big Mother takes her second wound.
Good job.
That was expensive.
That gets us to target.
Yeah,
Bang.
and 2d4 lingering damage.
2d4 lingering.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like you're about to leave the arcade and you got to spend the tokens.
Yeah. I don't know why I dropped the effect on it. It does make a difference.
You've already
Yeah.
converted your quarters into tokens, and you got to spend them.
Oh, look, it gave me lingering damage. Look.
Or I guess you get 20p. Is that how much they cost in the UK?
For an arcade machine?
Yeah,
Probably
20p.
a pound nowadays.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Embarcadero went at least 50p. That was a good time ago.
Oh,
But right,
wow.
so Pla already took one shot with crossbow portals to the ship that was kind of the interrupt. That did nothing.
No. You haven't had your action yet. This is your chance to fire the crossbow now. So don't worry about any misses.
Okay, fair play. Aiming at ship with a destination.
50p for the machine. It's $6 for a bacon roll.
I don't know what an arcade machine is. I haven't been to an arcade in decades.
What was it back in the day is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, back in the day it used to be 10p.
10p. Wow.
Quarter. It was always a quarter here.
Yeah,
I
it was
know.
20p in Australia.
I know.
Which would probably be the equivalent of 10p back then.
I also happen to know that not from experience because I didn't actually get to do it, but from other people that had gone to America. Maybe it was Canada. I don't know about American. That Canadian quarters were exactly the same size at that time as British 5p pieces. So basically, if you went to America, basically, I know a lot of my mates were going to a couple of mates. They went to Canada. They with bundles of 5p pieces, and they just made sure they didn't speak in the arcade to give away their British accents. But by the time I got to go to Canada, they changed the size of the 5p pieces in the UK.
What we used to do is there like a washer. There was a washer relatively the same size as a quarter, and you could tie a fishing line in it because basically it was a little lever that the coin goes by and tags to get your to add the credit, and you could just sort of bob it on that lever and hit it, and get like 20 credits. Eventually you'd lose it because it would get stuck under the lever, but you would get like a whole bunch ahead of time.
Yeah.
So.
A red portal appears on the ship. On the floor of the ship.
Right. And for his next trick.
Well, that's this turn. Next turn you can fire again.
Oh right. Okay. In that case, Pla is done. Pegasus is just hanging around.
I'm not going to give away too many spoilers, but it was in the trailer actually, and it wasn't a portal gun, but actually exactly what you're trying to do now was in the D&D movie.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again.
Okie dokie.
That
Nope.
trick never works.
Don't strength.
Commodore Crux fires his double barrel shotgun at Big Mama, doing
Ooh.
a wound. But that
Nice.
is it.
Do you kill it?
No.
Damn it.
And that's a new round.
But that's
Here we
3.
go. 3 wounds, and Big Mama's coming back again, so I get to roll my D8. Big Mama on a 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's going for Commodore Crux.
Hang on a sec. Damn it. I want to interrupt. How do I do that?
You
That's make an athletics roll.
You
If you're
can't.
not on hold, you can't do it.
If you're not on hold, you can't do it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, there goes the stream. You're going to get him marked down.
That was drastic. Sorry.
Apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, but I do believe I read somewhere that it's there. You can't swear in the first 5 or 10 minutes or something. and
Oh, well,
this is,
fucking A then. I mean, you know.
shut up! Oh dear, Commodore Crux should be a wild card. Why hasn't he got any bennies?
And we hope him and
He gets to re-roll anyway. He gets a free re-roll anyway.
He gets a free reroll. Good point. Spirit.
Yeah, there you go. That's it, Kami.
That's it, Commie. Okay,
Listen to your pro hippo.
okay. Here we go. So we're gonna have the swim by, or and so that would be Big Mama is targeting Commodore Crux. Okie dokie. Big Mama is going to.
Oh, lots of 6s.
Oh, that's 1.
Commodore Crux blocks is able to parry Big Mama's attack as Big Mama swims by. Okay, that's fine, and that brings us to Worthington.
Right. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give everybody +2 damage on fighting attacks.
In that case, I will click the
It's
target.
like, go for the eyes! Go for the eyes!
Okay, so I'm going to activate you and click target friendly targets. There we go. Yeah, who's 23 inches over there? Oh, Buzz. I left Buzz on the tower. Let's move Buzz back to the ship. There we go. Right, everyone's targeted, so you can hit the effect.
What's going on here?
There you go. Maverick must be here. I didn't have permission to buzz the tower.
Negative goes right at the pattern's fall. Want me to do it if it's giving you jip? Powers. Which one were you doing? Inspiring
Down the
command.
charge. Yeah. It's wee wompered.
Actually, when I click on Inspiring Command, it's opening Battle Herald. Oh, because they're all called Battle Herald too, aren't they?
All right.
It shouldn't do that, though.
They're all linked to Battle Herald 2 all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
It worked earlier. Oh, there you go.
What was that?
Oh, well, everyone gets level-headed. There we go. It's not what you wanted, but anyway.
That doesn't work.
I'll give everyone level-headed instead. Why not? And that will basically get the jokers out faster and everyone gets 2 cards.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't sit on this any longer. Just a moment before somebody mentioned Maverick, I was thinking about the flying pig, and it was going sort of right on through the bacon zone in my mind.
I'm
Gonna
sorry.
take you right
You know what that is?
into the
We're all getting extra bennies. Woohoo!
Negative Benny time.
Keep them coming, Plar.
I actually gave. I actually
You
gave.
love it.
Yeah, you definitely made a pig of that one.
Oh, there we go. I needed them.
Hey,
Sizzling.
stop being a swine.
That's why you can spend 3 bennies on an attack with a raise trying to get the right damage roll.
Okay, Plar. All you need to do is make a shooting roll and not fail.
Yeah, not crit this.
So all you need to do right now, just make a shooting roll and not fail. Okay, everyone appears on the ship.
That was a cool effect. Did you link that, or were you just at the ready?
I just selected everyone, so you literally basically Plar just fires at the bottom of the boat, and you all literally just I don't know if you see it in the trailer where the druid literally just sort of steps through. It's the same thing. You literally just all rotate 90 degrees and appear on the deck of the ship. So there you go. You're okay because So you and I should have a blue portal where the ship is, shouldn't I? Actually.
Shake myself off because that was pretty interesting. Second time that's happened just post combat. Well, in combat we still got Big Mama around. Cool, that'll be me.
There you go. That brings us to Sagan.
Well, he's out of range, so I will just spend some power points in preparation.
Yeah, to turn off that nice extension that makes using guns on ships nice and easy, but we'll worry about that. Whoever goes to man the ballista will have to do it a different way. Zonan, you're up. I was distracted because I was looking.
Oh, sorry. Well, golly, he's way over there now.
And is
How
the
far
ship
is
still
that?
inert because the spell jamming helm blows?
Well, beyond any range that I've got.
That's a very good point. You know what? I hadn't thought about that. Well, I had, but they haven't.
Cernan is going to go on hold.
Cernan is going on hold. Okay.
I need them to get a little closer.
I will answer that question about the inert spelljamming helm next time when I've probably forgotten about it, but I will look it up. It's the gleb.
Glab. Well, he's way out of range now, and I'm kind of. Yes, I am on hold until.
Commodore Crux. He's going to reload his gun. Trist.
We're too far away for me to target it with anything. So
Basically, what you've got is you've got a chance to buff up if anyone's got buff spells or powers, now's the time to use them, or enhanced damage spells and stuff, or you know what I mean. That's the
Okay,
idea.
well, I can do a boost trait on everybody, target my entire party, and I can like boost fighting, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna try boosting fighting on everybody in the party.
Okay. You
Do I
worry
need
about
to target them all?
you. No, I'll do that. You worry about that. You do. You worry about the spell casting. I'll get the targeting done for you. Hey, go
And
for it.
that would, okay, so that would now. How do I specify which trait?
You don't. That's where it gets fun. You don't get to, alas. I have to do it because otherwise, I can you imagine how bad it is when you add in every single skill and every single trait in there. You just pick the boost trait plus 1d, and I have to go through and type fighting for everyone. It's quite annoying.
I've got fighting set up on my character sheet.
Yeah, you can do it that way. Obviously, if you've got the standard ones, but in the actual spell, it's a bit. But
I
the
just
point,
boost fighting 1 die type on everybody.
yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. The point is the reason I don't mind doing it that way is because as long as you apply an effect to everyone, and I missed off TK, so I'll just have to do him manually. If you apply an effect to everybody you see, it will set it up with the right countdown that it counts down on your ability, if that makes sense. But
That counts down to your turn.
yeah, but then I can then copy and paste over the top with the correct text. But the point is, it still does the counters correctly for you, which is all that matters. Okie dokie, that brings us to TK. Don't forget, you can move as well, guys, if you want to. Okay, Mr. TK, you're pressing the wrong push to talk button.
No, I was looking at something. I'm going to go ahead and cast a boost trait on myself for strength.
Go for it. Cool.
Didn't put the boost trait on me.
Did you want it on you? I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I spent a lot of PowerPoints on that.
I need to go up a level. Go that. Plug it up. DK is putting boost strength on himself. I bug it up probably by moving the combat tracker at just the wrong time. You didn't get the race. That's just a boost trait of strength.
Yeah, did you do it or do I need to do it?
I've done it. That's okay because I was moving the combat tracker all over the place. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying, but yeah.
Everybody who is on hold, I assume is going to stay on hold. Don't forget, if you want to move, now's the time to move.
Somebody might have
Moving your
a decent
pace.
gunner on the ship's weapons.
It's after me.
Okay, Worthington Pettigrew Trundlefoot the Fourth has the Joker. Therefore, I suspect most people probably want to go and hold till the shot gets in range, but
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
I think
Or somebody fires a main weapon on the ship.
or someone reaches the main gun. Yes, it is loaded, but you'll need to reach it. Okay, so I'm going to put you on hold unless you want to do anything, Worthington.
Nope, that's good. Put me on hold.
Same here. Put me on hold. Comes in
I will.
range.
Yeah, I'll put you on hold. Sargon, same. Do you want to go on hold, or do you want to perform some action first?
Now be on hold, but I'd try to get to the edge of the thing, but can't move. So
Technically, yeah. I'll say last.
Although
You can move.
starting that round on hold technically is not great, but never mind. Why is Sargon's tokens tiny?
I have no idea why his token's tiny. There we go. Right. TK. That, yeah. Target could move the buzz. Okay. TK. Did you mean to go on hold, TK? I'm going to put you on hold. Commodore Crux is going on hold. Par is probably, I think Par's running for the big gun, so
Exactly that.
you can reach it. Okay.
Ugh.
Ballista. Pathfinder.
Did he
Spelljammer
fire
Academy.
this turn?
He's reached it, so I don't see why not. It will take him
Right.
9. It will take him 9 actions to reload it on his own, for the record. But that's okay.
But you can't fire it now.
He can fire it, yeah. Commodore Crux always leaves it ready loaded. So what I'm going to do is I've added a ballista to your combat tab because I've had to disable the nice extension that does it other way. So you've now got a ballista.
Request
combat
info.
tab.
Got it. Very nice. Field of fire 360 or 90 or
I would probably argue. I did hear the request interrupt, by the way. I would say, logically speaking, no, because you can't hit the tree. So you've obviously got the complete. I would say that's your field of fire to the left, so you can hit it.
Okay, happy days. Yep, that's cool.
Obviously, the point being is what you don't have a field of fire is in that direction with this ballista, because you'll hit the tree.
Yeah,
which is,
gotcha.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, your fire arc would basically be like that. Obviously, you know what I mean. That's your fire arc with this gun with the ballista.
Got this. Okay, so we'll target old Big Mama.
Okay,
Roll
Glex,
it,
Glex,
please.
Support.
hold it. Yeah, I
Oops,
know.
sorry.
Get support on.
Yeah, I'll let you do a support roll. Don't worry, go for it.
Yeah, just call out the bearing as I see it.
Certainly. Can you shoot the ballista again, Plar, just so I can work out the range effects and targeting, if anything? I will modify it. It doesn't matter if it's. I don't care what you roll because I will modify it to your first roll. It will just calculate what I need to see. So because it's large but it's medium range, there's no modifiers. So you actually rolled a 15 to hit that because of Glixablair shouting out a targeting. So you hit with a raise, so you can roll the damage now as you fire the ballista at Big Mama.
Thanks for the support, Flubber. Let's go. Oh, that's getting big. Can that get bennied?
Yes, you've got 11 pennies. You spend pennies, not your character. So if that's the point.
Oh, 6. 6.
That's a wound on 8. That's a wound on Big Mama, which I can't soak.
All right. Is that the fish done for?
No, Big Mama's still going.
No,
Might as well blow your brains.
she's big and ugly. So
Okay, so so basically, this is the thing. Bearing in mind, you fired the ballista. It takes 9 actions to reload that ballista. So the best you can do is spend the entire next turn using all 3 of your actions to reload the ballista. There's no dice rolls, but the point, you know what I mean. So if there's 3
You commit
people,
got it.
yeah. If you got 3 people on that ballista, they can all basically you can fire it, and then if 3 people spend all 3 actions reloading the ballista, it means you can fire it every other round. For each person that's less on it, it takes longer to reload it, rearm because you've got to hand crank it. You know what I mean? But people working together, it will work faster. That's the logic. So you fired it, but it'll be 3 rounds of you not being of just actually reloading the ballista before you can fire it again. So whether you want to stay on it's another matter.
Can I teleport over there and help him?
You certainly can.
Do I have to request an interrupt or?
I'll take you off hold I'll take you off hold. You can teleport over there, no problem at all. To help. Now,
I'm
obviously,
thinking about.
Yeah.
in the future, if we could get not a noose, a harness or rope around the hamster, and have that pulling in the opposite direction of where the ballista's pointing.
Okie doke. Okay, Big Mama is basically quite upset at this point and is remaining shaken. Well, I'm going to spend a Benny. I'm not spending GM Benny's to unsoak Big Mama, but I will spend Benny's to unshake Big Mama. Big Mama swims towards the ship, and that's as far as she'll get this turn. Now, if anyone wants to act or this turn or stay on hold, then now's your chance. You can't stay on hold
we'll
or
go ahead and
act.
come off hold.
Okay.
I'll take a shot.
Okay.
Should be able to step forward to the banister and get within my 8 inches. Yes. And I realize it ain't much, but here's a little bone piece. Yeah, okay. At least I did something.
Okay, Worthington, you step up to the plate. Looks like TK requested interrupt as well.
Is there any so she's not going to make it here this round, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because she can't run, so she can only move a maximum of 8 inches a turn, but she'll reach you next round. So it's ranged attacks or stay on hold till next round is basic, and then that's your choices, really.
I think that entangling her would do anything.
Logically speaking, yes.
Right. I'm going to pull out my bolas.
Excuse me?
Hey.
The hippo bolas. Oh my. And I will throw them at her.
Okay.
Over your shoulder.
Continental soldier.
Oh, I think you've got it bowled over.
Okay, again, can you target her and then just make an athletics roll again with them?
I did target her.
It's not showing you if having targets her up, I think, because
Fucking.
I'll do it. Don't worry, I'll do it if it's giving you grief.
If you it just drags the 18 on.
Yeah, well, no, because that treats it as a melee attack. So just make another bonus attack roll. You're keeping your 18. I don't care about that. It's just if there's bonuses or penalties, I don't want you to lose out on them. That's all I'm thinking. If I drag the 18 on, it treats it as a melee attack, which is not the same thing. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Doesn't matter. You got it with an 18. That's fine. So what happens with bowlers if they're entangled on a hit, a raise? Was it bound on a raise? How does it work?
Exactly. I don't think it'll do any damage, but maybe it'll entangle her.
You can tie them in a knot. You can tie them in a bow.
Okay. Now,
And all I can say, considering how big she is, that's a big set of bolas.
Exactly. They're hippo bolas. I told you.
Look, I'm just going
Would you
to
toss them over your shoulder like?
I'm just going to state that obviously it tangles
They're made of
something up
brass.
that affects its ability to control, and therefore, if it might break free without problems. But if it doesn't, it's moving at a momentum of 8 inches, and we are in space, so it's going to keep flying 8 inches regardless of anything else. But that does mean the rest of you get a chance to hit it, even if it doesn't, because it's entangled.
Aye, so it's got a fin tied up.
Exactly.
They're made of brass, by the way.
Of course they are.
Is it still showing AFK on Sargon's token range? When everyone's finished their re-rolls, I'll start the new round.
Yep, I'm done.
Sorry, it's because I
Is
haven't
it-
typed anything.
No, it's absolutely fine. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand. Don't worry about it. I didn't want. What I meant was I didn't want to start a new round while people were still re-rolling. It's not a problem. Again, you can choose to go on hold and wait for it. Oh, what the hell is Big Mama? I'm going to spend a penny on Big Mama. I'll spend another penny on Big Mama. There we go. Okay. Oh, Big Mama's going first. So, first things first, she gets to make an athletics check or a strength check at -2 to break free, which she fails. So, all that Big Mama's going to do is not control. She has to continue moving 8 inches in the direction she was traveling in before you tangled her up, which means she basically comes careering straight over the deck of the ship. Which unfortunately means that the only person it can bite is the GIF.
That's fine.
I think she might have bitten you.
I think I can take it.
Yeah, I think you've been swallowed whole. What size are you? Size 1?
I think so.
Okay, you get to make an evasion check or be swallowed whole.
Very.
Because she
No, I'm
hit you
size
with-
2.
Wait, even though
I'm
it's
actually
showing
size
her
2.
as- even
Any
though it's
creature of
showing her as
size-
incapacitated.
She's
That's-
still bound.
She's still bound. Actually, hey, who did the... Oh, Sargon. Oh, ignore me. Ignore me. Sargon killed it and I didn't notice. I apologise.
So it comes swimming towards you with its mouth open, but it doesn't ever
Yeah.
close. It just keeps floating by.
Yes, indeed. I apologise. So I didn't notice that Sargon had actually killed it. I apologise. Okay, right. So, well, congratulations. Now, I do believe I can do this. I can go award conviction for defeating Big Mama.
Double nice.
Take that, Shark Week.
Okay, so do you know what? I have to say, this adventure, that's right, basically sets it up that you end up having to, because they thought it would look cool, lassoing that Kindori to get you here because of the helm being disabled, and then completely forgets about it after the end of this encounter. So anyway, so
Maybe it was only disabled for a while.
yes, it was possibly only disabled for a while. I think that's definitely how we'll probably. Well, yes, that's definitely the thing. So after the basically as Big Mama is destroyed, you notice that the mage Topola is flying over towards you. She lands on the deck of the second wind.
Could you bring the boat?
Yeah, I mean, you could. Well, someone can step through the portal back to the boat, and you can row it back and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I'll do that.
Basically, what you can do is you can step through the portal, and then you'll have to get Pla to disable the portals, which he can do as an action to turn the portals off, and then
I wouldn't worry about the Spelljammer helm because now we've defeated Big Mom. It's just a case of setting plot factor 2 and engage.
So anyway, Topola flies over and lands on the deck of the boat. She offers to introduce you to a potential ally, Grimzord Garganhael. Apparently, he's a pirate who's fought many battles against the Astral Elves. He's got a small fleet of ships nearby and might be persuaded to help you in your mission against the Astral Elves.
Does he? Is he a friend or a foe of the Smurfs?
Yes, very good.
Yeah, what's he called?
Gargamel.
Grimzord Garganhael, not Gargamel.
No relation to
Oh.
Gargo Blaster.
Oh, okay. Pan Galactic.
I'm working on one of those at the moment.
Okay. She also points out he owes her a favour.
Well.
So
We're going to need all the help we can get.
Indeed. That strikes me. Basically, obviously, some examining. She also examines your spell jamming helm and says, yes, it is inert, but it. It took you 72 hours to get here, so it goes in 24 hours. The helm should be. The helm should be back online. You got lucky. and you should be able to on your way. So obviously, with she'll using the jolly boat and her fly spells, or even the portals, she will basically she'll leave the auto gnomes to carry on tending for the tower, but she brings over plenty of fresh supplies and food, of food and water to help restock your stuff, and then she agrees to accompany you on your mission and take you to meet Garganhale, the pirate. And that strikes me as a sensible place to leave it today. So congratulations. And,
That was much fun.
we shall see you next time. We'll see what happens. But yes, the astral sea beckons after you've met at Garganhale. So we shall leave it